Day being the exception as Long Island bounced back for a 10-2 win in the third game at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. Tonight, the Barnstormers will send young Zach Smith to the mound, recently turned 23 years of age. He is 0-1 on the season. He pitched respectively well against the York Revolution in the series last week, a ball game the Barnstormers would go on to win by the score of 5-2. He'll match up against Anderson De Leon. The right-hander of the Long Island Ducks will come in. His record is 3 up and 1 down on the season. Here are the lineups for this evening's game. For Long Island, Vladimir Frias, the longtime Barnstormer infielder, leads off and plays short. Steve Lombardozzi is the second baseman, batting 2. It will be L.J. Mazzilli batting third. He will be the designated hitter. Chris Shaw, a former San Francisco Giant who just signed with the Ducks today, is batting cleanup and playing right field. The first baseman batting fifth is Davidson Romero. Ramon Flores, the center fielder, hitting sixth. Sal Giardina is doing the catching. He is batting seventh. Ty Kelly is the left fielder. He is batting eighth. And Jesse Berardi will bat in the number 9 slot and handle the hot corner for Long Island here tonight. De Leon is on the mound for the Long Island Ducks. The Barnstormers will have Caleb Gindel leading off in right. The second baseman batting number 2 is Blake Allemond. Blake Galen will bat third and serve as the designated hitter. The cleanup batter is the Barnstormers center fielder Alejandro De Aza. Trayvon Robinson will bat fifth. He is in left field this evening. Kelly Dugan will play first base. He's batting sixth. Anderson De La Rosa doing the catching and batting in the number 7 slot. Jake Hoover will make the start at third base. He's batting eighth. And Clea Luis Rondon is the Barnstormer shortstop, batting ninth here this evening. On the hill is Zach Smith, the right-hander from the Houston suburb of Katy, Texas. On the hill for the Barnstormers tonight, Smith out of the University of Southern Arkansas, where he went 9-2 over the last couple of seasons, stands 6'2" and goes 200 pounds. The Barnstormers and the Long Island Ducks meeting tonight. These two teams beginning to become rather accustomed to one another. They have played 9 in the season series. There are 16 games still to go between these two ball clubs over the next 8 weeks here in the 2021 season. The home plate meeting has broken up. Wally Backman representing Long Island, and for the Barnstormers, of course, skipper Ross Peoples taking out the lineup card here this evening as the Barnstormers get ready to take on Long Island. We have dodged a lot of rain here today. It's rained quite heavily at points and at various times in the Lancaster area. The field has been covered at Clipper Magazine Stadium a good portion of the day, but as we got toward game time, the showers missed us, and we are ready to go with game 1 of this 3-game series. Tomorrow, the weather forecast is not terribly promising, but how many times this year have we had it where it's looked terrible in terms of the forecast, and then the next thing you know, we're playing baseball at Clipper Magazine Stadium or on the road. Everything has missed where the Barnstormers have been playing. Just 2 rainouts for this club so far in the 2021 season. The Barnstormers assemble in the dugout. Zach Smith is ready to go, and the ball club is about to hit the field at Clipper Magazine Stadium as we open up this 3-game series. The Barnstormers will be back on the road for the weekend, heading to Charleston for 3 against the resurgent West Virginia Power, and then it's back here against Lexington and Charleston next week. We'll be wrapping up the season series against those two ball clubs on our next homestand, and from there on out, it is purely Southern Maryland, Long Island, York, and High Point the rest of the way. Well, the Field of Dreams team has gathered around their respective favorite Barnstormers, so we'll send you down to the field and this evening's Star Spangled Banner.
And its flag. Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome the trio of Julie Stinson, Holland Miller, and Cassie Meck.
The Barnstormers came home following the late Sunday afternoon, early Sunday evening game at Central Islip, getting into town about 1:30 in the morning yesterday, and Long Island followed roughly 36 hours later. And the two ball clubs meet here this evening. Zach Smith on the hill tonight for the Barnstormers. His first two appearances did not go well at all. Last time out, he limited York to 4 hits and a run in 4 1/3 innings. He had to be lifted with a high pitch count. He's thrown 9 innings overall. He's allowed 19 hits. He has walked 15, struck out 9, 0-1 with an 18 earned run average. But things definitely improved against the Revolution last week. He gets his third start from manager Ross Peoples here tonight. Backing him up defensively, the Barnstormers have Jake Hoover making the start at third base. The shortstop is Clea Luis Rendon. Blake Allemond at second. Kelly Dugan is over at first. The outfield has Trayvon Robinson in left with Alejandro De Aza in center. Caleb Gindel is the right fielder for the Barnstormers this evening. And the veteran backstop, Anderson De La Rosa, will be working with the youngster Zach Smith here this evening. Lights are on. We have mostly cloudy skies, but the sun is peeking through out beyond the left field wall at Clipper Magazine Stadium. We should be in the clear for the rest of the ball game tonight. The forecast did not look terribly promising, but here we are, and we should be good to go for game one of our 3-game series here this week. Vladimir Frias, Steve Lombardozzi, and L.J. Mazzilli, they have been the top 3 in the batting order for manager Wally Backman for the bulk of this series. Lou Ford did bat in the number 3 spot on Sunday, with Mazzilli dropped to number 4. Vladimir Frias, who was a popular shortstop for the Barnstormers for a season and a half or so. He did sign from the Barnstormers, his contract purchased at one point by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Frias, .329 with 4 home runs and 22 runs batted in, and he is swinging the bat incredibly well. He's hit safely in 20 of his last 21 ball games for the Ducks. He joined them in early July after taking the time to get the visa to get into the country. It was even more problematic for players to get in here than it has been in the past, but he is excited to be back in uniform, to be back playing in the Atlantic League with the Long Island Ducks. Frias had 1 hit in each of the 3 games over the weekend. He steps in to lead off here against Zach Smith, and we are ready to go with baseball here this evening. Smith into his motion. The first pitch of the game is tapped out in front of the plate. De La Rosa will dig it up and fire to first, and just that quickly, Smith has retired Frias 1 out in the top of the first inning. And the switch-hitting second baseman Steve Lombardozzi will come to the plate Lombardozzi is hitting .312 with 10 home runs. He has driven in 47 on the season. He had 3 hits in the series opener back on Friday night. He's 5 for 12 overall in this extended set of games. Defense will play straight away against Lombardozzi. 1 out, nobody on. De La Rosa back into his crouch. Smith peering in, has the sign. And the right-hander kicks, fires, and the first pitch runs across the outside corner. 1 strike on Lombardozzi. Bill Reuter is signaling the balls and strikes here this evening with Jonathan Lamantina, the umpire at first base, and Mario Rosas is over at third. Outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on Lombardozzi. Playing the top half of the first inning, we thought almost certainly we would have a rain delay of some sort tonight, but the cell that was approaching us either dissipated or shifted, and we didn't get any rain. Ball 2 is outside, 2-1. It wasn't a major cell. It wasn't going to knock us out of commission this evening. But it did look, for the longest time, that we would be clipped around 7 o'clock, but no longer is that true. Smith is outside and low, 3 balls and a strike to Lombardozzi. Now, Zach, in his start at York last week, did walk 6 in 4 1/3 innings. He also struck out 6. Here at Clipper Magazine Stadium, he's had a little bit more trouble, fouled away, and it is 3 balls and 2 strikes. He made a start here against the Revs, giving up 6 hits and 7 walks in 2 1/3 innings. He also came in to back up Augie Silk on a Sunday afternoon, gave up 9 hits and 8 runs in 2 1/3. You don't know, is that the newness and him getting adjusted to the league, or is it difficulty pitching in this ballpark with the short right field wall? He walks Lombardozzi, and there is a 1-out base runner for Long Island. L.J. Mazzilli, the designated hitter, will come to the plate. He is a right-handed stick, not displaying much in the way of power this year with just 6 doubles and 5 home runs, but definitely a propensity to drive in runs. He has 40 ribbies on the year, 15 at Lancaster expense. He has stolen 11 bases. And just spraying the ball around, and much like we said about Alejandro De Aza over the course of the season, has a tremendous ability just to put the ball in play and hit it where the defense is not. 1 out with Lombardozzi, the base runner. He's 9 for 13 stealing to Mazzilli. First pitch swinging, hits the ball deep to right field. Back it goes, and it hits off the top of the wall. Around to third goes Lombardozzi. Mazzilli just shy of a 2-run homer. Instead, a long single for the Long Island designated hitter. Runners are at first and third with 1 out, and Chris Shaw will bat for the first time in the Atlantic League. Shaw had a couple of, grande lattes or whatever. Not just a standard cup of coffee, but he was called up to the San Francisco Giants a couple of times in 2018 and 2019. Got certainly a decent taste of Major League Baseball. Earlier this year, he was in High A and Triple A with the Baltimore Orioles at Aberdeen and Norfolk, and he couldn't get on track. He had only 4 hits in 60 at-bats, 1 home run, 6 runs batted in. The Ducks just signed him today, and he is batting with runners at first and third, 1 out, a left-handed hitter. Smith is outside, and it's ball 1. Infield sets, double play depth. The Barnstormers turned 3 on Friday night behind Niall Ball, and 1 more on Saturday behind DeSabatino. Swing and a miss. And it is a ball and a strike on Shaw. Lancaster also turned a couple of double plays in the Sunday game. Looking for another one here to get Smith out of trouble in the first inning. Frias tapped out in front of the plate, but it's been some trouble since. Now to Shaw, here's the 1-1. The fastball misses away. It is 2 balls and 1 strike. Lombardozzi, the lead runner, is over at third. Mazzilli, who just missed a 2-run homer, is on at first base. 2 balls, 1 strike to Shaw. No sign of the runner moving from first. There's a bouncer to De La Rosa. He'll get the out at second. Back to first in a double play. Anderson De La Rosa pounced on it, and all 3 outs in the inning are recorded on ground balls, if you will, that didn't leave the home plate area by more than 3 or 4 feet. Double play retires Shaw and the man ahead of him, L.J. Mazzilli. Smith wiggles out of the first, no runs on a hit with no errors, and there was one runner left on base at the end of a half an inning. It is Long Island nothing, and the Barnstormers are coming up.
I'm here with my new friend Jackie. Say hello to my new friend Jackie. Hello, new friend Jackie.
We are finally back enjoying Barnstormers baseball. I'm Adam Gocknauer from Gocknauer Appliances and thrilled to be sponsoring Barnstormers baseball yet again. We also wanted to thank all of you for your incredible support for our business during the pandemic. We are so happy to still be here helping you with the best brand names and the best prices of major appliances in the area. Enjoy the game, and we will continue to service you now and into the future. Gocknauer Appliances in East Petersburg and on the web at gocknauers.com.
New to Clipper Magazine Stadium in 2021 is Otto's Hospitality. Otto's is totally committed to the fan experience, from quality to convenience to safety. And they are committed to Lancaster, using local food purveyors whenever possible. New menu items like homemade Brauhaus pretzels, Black Angus burgers, and Otto's meatballs are sure to make any Barnstormers game even more fun. Use self-ordering kiosks or your phone instead of waiting in the lines. That's Otto's Hospitality.
Alejandro, and let's go, Barnstormers.
Right-hander Anderson De Leon with the start this evening for the Long Island Ducks. De Leon is not your typical pitcher in that he stands only 5 feet 7 inches tall. You won't see that terribly often. Goes 150 pounds. He hails from Brooklyn and recently turned 25 years of age. He's had a pretty good season for Wally Backman, Darren Downs, and the fellas on Long Island, though. 3-1, 4.68, and that ERA plays in the Atlantic League in 2021. He's covered 59 2/3 innings, allowing 60 hits and 32 runs, although of those 31 have been earned. He has walked 22, and De Leon has struck out 59 on the campaign. Caleb Gindel will lead off for the Barnstormers here this evening. Gindel at .295 with 22 homers and 60 runs batted in. He had the biggest inning of all in the Barnstormers' 10-run frame on Friday with a 3-run homer and an RBI single. He takes a ball high, and it is 1-0 from De Leon. Blake Alleman on deck, and then Blake Galen. The Barnstormers stepping in the bottom of the first after getting out of trouble in the top of the inning without a run scoring. Up a little bit more, and Gindel bats at 2-0 to start things off in the lower half of the first inning. The shortstop Frias is playing near the middle, but not to the right side of second base. Gindel pops this up on the 2-0. Catcher Sal Giardina coming back. He sheds the mask, but the ball ends up just on the other side of the screen, bouncing gently into the hands of an elderly patron. Maybe not quite elderly. That may be overstating the gentleman's age. It's 2-1. For the Ducks tonight, Jesse Berardi at third, Vladimir Frias at short, Steve Lombardozzi at second, and Dedinson Romero at first. 2-1 on Gindel. Off speed and across for a second strike, 2-2. Ty Kelly is in left. The center fielder is Ramon Flores, and the newcomer Chris Shaw is stationed in right. Giardina doing the catching. 2-2 on Gindel. De Leon ready to go, and the pitch is a fastball that just misses. Ball 3 and a full count. Long Island build a threat in the top of the inning, getting runners to first and third with one out. And Shaw grounded into the double play. 3-2 pitch. Gindel will drive this down the left field line, headed for the corner, but a foul ball. Continuing count of 3 balls and 2 strikes. I thought we might get away this evening without battling the sun, but it has broken out from behind the cloud bank. Gindel batting 3-2. Giardina sets the target. Here's the payoff pitch. Gindel swings and misses. So he is gone on strikes. We have one away in the first inning. Blake Alleman, the second baseman, will come to the plate, hitting .291 with 13 home runs and 34 runs driven in. The Barnstormers have not been swinging the bats quite as well as they were earlier in the season. It hasn't cost them games, but Lancaster as a ball club hitting below .250 for the last 7. First pitch strike in on Allemond. It is 0-1. Next pitch drills the Barnstormers second baseman. He's getting used to it. Allemond becomes a one-out base runner. He got that one in the legs. Blake Galen, the designated hitter, will come to the plate. Talk about the Barnstormers team batting average for the last 7 games. It only stands around .233, which is extraordinarily low for this club over the course of this season. But they've won 5 of the 7 because the pitching has been a little bit better. Galen stands in, and they've scored runs even without great many base hits. To Galen, high and outside, it is ball 1. Blake tonight, the designated hitter. Of course, Ross has the option of using Blake whenever he would take Zach Smith out of the game. It depends how the lineup looks at that particular moment. 1-0. Galen looks at a strike as that just comes across the outside corner. 1-1. Alejandro De Aza, the center fielder, waits on deck once again tonight. Top 6 in the batting order, all swinging from the left side of the plate against the right-handed starter De Leon. And Clea Luis Rendon in the number 9 slot will as well. 1-1 strike to Galen. And the pitch to Blake is inside and low. He gains the advantage at 2-1. Allemond, the runner at first, 5 for 7, stealing bases on the season. Not taking a tremendous lead out there as Debinson Romero holds him on. Troy Steffi coaching there. Ross Peoples over at third. 2-1, the count on Galen. And Blake looks at ball 3 off the outside edge. Gindel got the count to 3-2. Allemond is hit by a pitch, and now Galen stands up there at 3 balls and a strike. Chance to get something going in the Barnstormers half of the first inning. To Galen, he'll take the walk. That's the second guy on, and De Aza will step in. Alejandro batting .500 against Long Island pitching. He was 1 for 2 in the 10-2 loss on Sunday, batting second in the order. He scored both Lancaster runs. Had a single and a pair of walks in the Sunday game. De Aza batting with Robinson on deck. Allemond aboard at second. Galen, the runner, at first, drawing yet another walk. He ranks in the top 5 in the league, despite missing a couple of weeks for the Olympics. Here is the pitch to Alejandro, and that is just either high or outside. I'm not certain which. Ball 1. 308 hitter is De Aza with 5 homers and 45 knocked in. Allemond and Galen take their leads. De Aza batting 1-0. Here's the set and the De Leon pitch to the inside corner. Strike is taken. It's 1-1. 16 pitches for Anderson De Leon so far, and the Barnstormers have not been able to put anything into play. They have the 2 runners on. De Aza bats 1-1, slightly up on the bat handle. Here's the delivery, and Alejandro turns on it and drives it foul down into the Barnstormers bullpen. So De Leon gains an advantage at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The sun truly now spilling out onto the field. We were completely in shadows with the lights on when this ball game got underway. 1-2. Here's the set by De Leon and a De Aza. Ball 2, missing the outside corner for a 2 and 2 strike count. The Barnstormers have seen De Leon previously, but 3 times out of the bullpen. He's given up 2 hits and a run in 3 innings in those meetings. He's looked good. De Aza digs in at 2-2. Here's the pitch. Alejandro lays off, and that is strike 3 called about 2.5 seconds late. De Aza walks away puzzled, and now it is up to Trayvon Robinson. Bill Reuter took about as long as I have seen. Now from here, I more or less thought that pitch looked like it might be a strike, so I waited, and finally Reuter brought up the right arm sort of almost in a half-hearted manner, sending De Aza back to the dugout, and Alejandro did not look like a happy camper, but he knows fully well that it's not Reuter making the decision. Here is Trayvon Robinson. The inning is left up to him. Robinson is slid to 252. 8 home runs, 39 driven in. Lancaster with 2 on and 2 out. The set by De Leon in the pitch. Robinson swings and misses and is down a strike. It is 0-1. Kelly Dugan on deck should Robinson do something to extend the inning. Long Island failed to take advantage of an opportunity in the top of the inning. De Leon trying to work out of trouble in the bottom portion. 0-1 to Robinson. 2 runners take their leads. De Leon comes set, and a Trayvon. Strike 2 reaches the inside corner. 21 pitches now, and the Barnstormers have yet to put anything in play. There have been a couple of well-hit foul balls. One by Gindel and one by De Aza before striking out in each case. Now Robinson standing in there with a count of 0-2. No score, bottom half of the first inning. Here's the set. De Leon will deal outside. Robinson refuses to chase. 1-2. There's no wind to speak of here tonight. The flag is barely stirring out in center. And skies are clearing off. 1-2 to Robinson. Here's the set and the pitch. Trayvon tries to hold on the swing. He does, says Rosas, the third base umpire. And Trayvon remains alive with a count of 2-2. Over the weekend, Robinson was 1 for 10. He was 2 for 16 on the road trip on which the Barnstormers went 3-2. 2-2, ball 3, high and outside. That puts the runners into motion. De Leon has hit 1, he's walked 1, he has struck out 2. And the Barnstormers haven't really hit anything in this first inning. Dugan waits on deck. Robinson with the full count. Alleman and Galen get turned loose. There they go. Here's the payoff pitch, and Trayvon fouls it to his own dugout. Didn't jump up high enough for somebody, namely Niall Ball, leaning over the railing to make a play. Tommy Shirley is on the chart tonight after making the start at Long Island on Sunday. 3-2 to Robinson. It has been a lengthy bottom of the first inning, to say the least. Once again, the runners will head on. 3-2 pitch, there they go. Robinson checks on the swing. Ball 4 is outside. Another appeal, another denial. Robinson draws the walk, and Kelly Dugan will come to the plate with the bases loaded. Dugan is the Barnstormers' best hitter with runners in scoring position, batting .407, and he's 6 for 11 with the bases loaded on the season, so there's nobody you'd rather have up there right now. He is also arguably the Barnstormers' hottest hitter, batting .367 over the last 19 games. Here's the pitch from De Leon. Dugan swings and misses. So he is down a strike. It is 0-1. Kelly with 20 runs batted in the last 20 games. Alleman at third, Galen at second. Robinson now aboard at first base. Dugan batting, no balls and a strike. DeLeon comes to the set, and he will bring it home outside. That's not really a set. Looks like it, but he'd be pitching out of the windup here. Dugan up there at 1-1, and now we've seen 28 pitches here in the bottom of the first without a ball in play. That is a long stretch. Here's the 1-1. Kelly looks at a floater outside. We go to 2-1. DeLeon somewhere here is going to have to give Dugan a pitch he can handle. Kelly wiggling the bat, his stance ever so slightly open. Here's the 2-1 to him. He lets it go, and that is strike 2 on the outside corner. DeLeon on the verge of being out of the woods. The Barnstormers have looked at a lot of pitches here in this first inning. They've swung and missed at a few. They fouled a few off. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Dugan with the bases loaded. Here is the pitch. It's high, and there's nowhere else for DeLeon to go. 3-2 in what has turned into a very long bottom of the first inning. Long, but yet to be productive for the Lancaster Barnstormers. Dugan awaiting the payoff. 3-2 is on the way. Dugan swings and misses at a changeup. He was a mile in front of it. And DeLeon works his way out of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nothing put in play. And 3 runners are left on base. We're at the end of an inning. The Barnstormers and the Ducks are scoreless here in Lancaster.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a night out and watch the Barnstormers? Well, thanks to May Grand Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game, it is the perfect spot for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark.
This is the sound of someone getting the most out of a summer day. So is this. Because for some, summer days were made for adventure. At the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, you'll find great deals on our entire line of leading-edge hybrids, each with the power and range to help you get the most out of your summer. But hurry, the sale ends September 7th. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Both pitchers got in trouble. Both pitchers got out of trouble in the first inning. We are scoreless entering the second with Debinson Romero, the Long Island first baseman, getting ready to lead things off here. Starting play tonight, the Barnstormers leading Southern Maryland by a game in the Northern Division. Long Island, the first half champions, a game and a half out. So if the Barnstormers don't win the division in the second half, their best case scenario is for Long Island, not Southern Maryland, to do it. And York is 3-7, but don't count the Revolution out. You have such a history of being a second half team. In the South, it is Gastonia by a game over both High Point and West Virginia. And the first half champion Lexington Legends, 2 1/2 games out. Debinson Romero batting .287 with 6 home runs and 27 driven in. Ready to get things underway in the top half of the second inning for Long Island. Romero didn't have a big weekend against the Barnstormers. He was 2 for 7 and knocked out a Friday night's game when he was hit by a Nile ball pitch in the first inning. Came back and had a 1 for 3 game and a 1 for 4 game. Now against Zach Smith, he will take a ball inside. It is 1-0. Smith needed just 12 pitches to get through the first inning. 32 for Anderson DeLeon. But nothing was hit hard. Nothing was hit fair. It was a strange inning and one that you didn't necessarily expect. Next pitch from Smith is outside, and Romero bats at 2-0. De Leon has gotten his share of strikeouts, averaging about 1 per inning. He's not a big walk guy, 22 and 59 and 2/3. Smith now misses for ball 3 on Romero. 3-0 with center fielder Ramon Flores in the on-deck circle. Barnstormers and Ducks for the 4th time in the last 5 days. We've got 2 more to play. Called strike. It is 3-1. We'll see how the schedule shakes out for next year with 2 additional teams coming in. One of them we know is Staten Island. We are told it's not going to be a road warrior situation. There will be a 10th franchise. Strike 2 to the inside corner, and a full count to Romero. Now here we are once again tonight. The entire first inning went this way. Zach Smith working to Debinson Romero with a full count. Target is set. Here's the 3-2. It's stung past the mound. Backhanded stop made by Alama, and he will throw out Romero, and we have 1 away. In the top of the 2nd inning, Ramon Flores, the center fielder, stepping in. Flores at .243 with 3 home runs and 12 driven in on the season. Tomorrow night, Augie Silk will make the start for the Barnstormers against a brand new left-hander for Long Island, a youngster by the name of Dalton Oates, who is from Harrisburg. He played for State College in the MLB Draft League. He's the 5th different pitcher that the Ducks have picked up out of that league. First pitch is a strike on Flores. It is 0-1. That is just the nature of the beast in 2021. Now, anyway, the schedule next year, it depends on who that 10th franchise is going to be, and apparently plans have shifted from one market to the other, and the geographic makeup of the league in terms of who will be in the Barnstormers division could very well be altered based on who that 2nd franchise is. 1 ball, 1 strike. Flores dribbles a foul straight back, and it's 1-2. If it is another team up north, and that is more likely now than it had been before from the rumblings I'm hearing, then Southern Maryland would get moved into the Southern Division. If it is a team down south, which is what you'd really hope for to balance things, and that was the original plan, then Southern Maryland would stay in the Northern Division. And travel will be a lot easier for the Barnstormers. Lined out the left field, retreating on it is Robinson. He'll make the play. Flores retired for the 2nd out. And Sal Giardina, the catcher, will step in. Eventually,
The catcher, number 24, Sal Giardina.
in 2023, so it's not that far down the road, the Atlantic League hopes to have 12 teams in the league. And depending how it is set up, again, exactly what cities come in, but you could see 3 divisions in the Atlantic League fairly easily. Of course, that makes the playoff setup a little messy. Line to center field. Giardina's aboard on the 1-hop single out to De Aza in center. 2 outs and a man on with Ty Kelly, the left fielder, stepping in. Ducks now with 2 base hits along with a walk against right-hander Zach Smith tonight. You could have a north, a central, and a south, and it would look like the Barnstormers would be in the central. Potentially, anyway. And again, it all depends on how it shakes down. Or you could have a 6-team north and a 6-team south, and the Barnstormers would remain in the north. First pitch, fastball is away to Kelly, ball 1. They have the money for a new stadium in Hagerstown, Maryland. It looks like that is continuing to move forward, and that would be a market for 2023. It's not going to be ready for next year. Ball 2 is outside to Kelly, 2-0. Jesse Berardi, the 3rd baseman, another left-handed batter, is on deck. No score, top half of inning 2. with 2 outs and Giardina, the catcher, a base runner. You've got to keep an eye on him, though. He's stolen 4 on the year, so it's not an automatic that this catcher will stay put. We don't have any James Skeltons around the league anymore, catchers who can fly. Well, he could be so fun to watch. 3 balls and nothing. Called strike on Kelly. He seemed to be taking the entire way. It's 3-1. Kelly is 1 for 6 since joining Long Island. He was there in spring training. His contract purchased by Seattle and it just returned last weekend. High fly ball, left center field. This is hit well. De Aza going back. De Aza is all the way to the track in the fat part of this ballpark to haul it in. A deep fly ball out, and Smith is able to avoid trouble here in the second. Last 3 batters hit the ball pretty well. As a matter of fact, all 4 of them did, but it's just 1 hit and 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning, and at the end of 1.5, there is still no score.
For me, from WHCN Channel 27 News.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
For the youth of our area, the Barnstormers are offering a wide variety of camps throughout the summer to teach everyone some tips on baseball and softball. Camps are offered to kids as young as 4 and as old as 12. Some even involve the parents. They run from June 15 all the way through August 28. For more information, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the Clinics tab. All presented by Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster.
The Barnstormers will send their 2 right-handed batters, Anderson De La Rosa and Jake Hoover, to the plate to open up the bottom of the second inning, and then Clea Luis Rendon will step in. Bizarre first inning for Anderson De Leon. He either hit or walked. The bases loaded, but he struck out the other 3. Now here is De La Rosa. Anderson batting .268 with 4 homers, 38 runs batted in. Who wins, the Lion or the Rose? If you look at the last names and translate them literally, it's Anderson of the Rose against Anderson of Lion. The first pitch is outside a ball. It is 1-0. De La Rosa and his counterpart, Anthony Peroni, have been very good run producers for the Barnstormers here in 2021. 1-0, and that's high and inside to De La Rosa. 2 balls and no strikes. Jake Hoover, the third baseman, waiting on deck. Everybody has been talking about his defensive abilities and his speed. A strike taken across the letters, 2-1. Now, if my count is correct, that's 35 pitches served up by De Leon tonight. The Barnstormers still have not put a ball in play. 2-1 from the 5'7" right-hander. De La Rosa will foul that back into the net. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Barnstormers are a hard-hitting team. We haven't seen quite as much of it over the last week or so. You've got a few different hitters who have cooled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes to De La Rosa. De Leon is ready, kicks, fires, and it's grounded on the left side and through for a base hit. De La Rosa is on to lead off the Barnstormers half of the second inning. Jake Hoover, the third sacker, will step in. Hoover has reached base in all 8 games as a Barnstormer. His hitting streak was snapped on Sunday. A lot of options with Hoover. He is a decent bunter, but I don't know that you bunt this early in the game. We'll see. Clay Luis Rondon is on deck. Big hole open on the right side for Hoover. He's been known to find it. Swinging a foul off to the right, now to play. It is 0-1. The Barnstormers with their 4th base runner of the evening. Long Island has had 3. But we remain scoreless here in the bottom portion of inning 2. Jake Hoover batting at no balls and a strike. De La Rosa is not a likely base runner. He's 0 for 0 on the year. To Hoover, 0-1. It's looped foul just off the end of the bat behind Troy Steffi. No balls and 2 strikes. Been a long couple of days for Troy. He's had a bunch of youngsters out here for clinics early in the morning yesterday and today. And he's been almost a one-man show with the kids. Gets a little break in between and then comes back to coach first base and handle the baseball administrative chores in the evening. No balls and 2 strikes. Hoover fouls that to the screen. Still 0-2. And I say in the evening, he's back by 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon every day. Multifaceted role that ultimately doesn't give enough credit. He's the man who puts together and runs all of the youth tournaments that we've had here. Keeps this ballpark hopping. 0-2. And the pitch, ground ball shortstop. This could be 2. Frias will take it himself, throw to first, and double up Jake Hoover. Well, the Barnstormers still can't get on track. The Ducks can't either. 2 outs, and Clay Luis Rondon, the shortstop, will step in. Rondon is down to 251. We talk about guys in slumps. Robinson and Rondon are the 2 most noticeable. Clay Luis just 6 for his last 51 now, since the 28th of July when he was 2 for 3 with a double at West Virginia. 2 outs, base is empty here. Rondon batting with Gindel in the on-deck circle. Here's the first pitch. Rondon shows bunt and takes a ball outside. It's 1-0. He's been doing that a lot lately. His swing for, a good month and a half or so, batting from the left side of the plate, and probably longer than that, was so smooth, and all of a sudden he developed a hitch, and it looks a little funny, and they haven't been able to iron that back out yet. Ball 2 is outside, 2-0. His timing got disrupted somewhere. He was hitting line drives everywhere for 7-8 weeks. 2 balls and nothing. De Leon comes back, and there's a ball hit reasonably well, but it's going to die out in right center field. Flores gliding over for the catch. The leadoff base hit has no effect on the game. 1 hit, nobody left, and we'll go to the top half of the 3rd inning with the Barnstormers and Long Island Ducks still scoreless.
You can enjoy a night at the ballpark and help out the United Way of Lancaster County. All you have to do is spend 3 hours as an usher during a Barnstormers home game, and the ball club will donate $20 in your name to the United Way program of your choice. Be a friendly face, have fun, and raise money for your favorite local charity. To sign up, go to the LancasterBarnstormers.com website and head to the community link, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
This is the sound of someone looking out for the safety of a loved one.
Come here, honey. Let's get you buckled up.
And this is the sound of a Lexus looking out for someone else on the road. At the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, you'll find great deals on our full line of vehicles, each with our advanced standard safety technology. But hurry, the sale ends September 7th. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Pre-collision system with pedestrian detection is not a substitute for safe and attentive driving practices. See owner's manual for additional limitations and details.
Jesse Berardi, the Long Island third baseman, gets ready to get the third inning of tonight's ball game underway. False start to the Barnstormers' bottom half of the second. 7 base runners already tonight. Nobody has crossed home plate. We've had a couple of guys get as far as third, but there have been 2 double plays and a key bases loaded strikeout. Neither team on the board to this point. Berardi will lead off. He's been tough on Lancaster. Overall, the third baseman, former Indians farmhand and a native of Long Island, hitting .266 with 7 homers. He's driven in 27, but batting .360 with a pair of home runs for the Ducks against Lancaster. Berardi to be followed by the top of the order, Frias and Lombardozzi. Zach Smith, 2 hits and a walk against him so far. Defense has done its job. First pitch, missing outside on Berardi. It's 1-0. DeAsa had to travel a ways to catch up to the drive off the bat of Kelly Lasting, and now Berardi hits one to straightaway center, and again, going back is DeAza with room for the catch. 1 out, and Vladimir Frias will come to the plate, and Tom Richards breaks out Vlad's old walk-up music from when he was a Barnstormer, and Frias acknowledges the recognition. He was popular here with the fans and the front office during his time in Lancaster. He had a chance to catch up with Vlad a little bit earlier today. He's just so excited about being able to be back in the U.S. and playing the game he loves so much. Smith ready to go, and the first pitch in for a strike called. Frias had held on the swing. It didn't matter. It is 0-1. Frias on the first pitch he faced in the first inning. Tapped out just in front of Anderson De La Rosa. The 0-1 from Smith is outside by quite a bit. Ball 1, strike 1. Smith's fastball taps out in the upper 80s. Pitched at Central Arkansas and then Southern Arkansas for a couple of seasons. That is, again, grounded in front of the plate, and Frias thought it was a foul ball. De La Rosa lays the tag on, and Frias is left. Say what? Bill Reuter making the indication that it was a fair ball. And Frias has not left the batter's box. They're still having a discussion. Lou Ford and Wally Backman haven't gotten in on it yet. And now Bill Reuter will check in with his crewmates here this evening. I'm not so sure that didn't hit Vlad in the foot. I thought that it did based on the way it came out. Bill may not have seen it or heard it. It could have been just a glancing blow. What do Jonathan Lamantina and Mario Rosas have to say? Frias is not given an inch. He is still in the batter's box on the left side. Oh, the indication is that it did hit him in the foot. And we're not going to see Ross Peoples. Well, now he comes out. It's 1-2 on Frias. I truly believe that's the correct call based on what I saw. Ross is coming out to inquire of Mr. Reuter, the judge, on the overturned call. He's almost obligated to do it, but I thought it was fairly clear the ball hit Frias in the foot. Vladimir didn't even think about breaking out of the box. Ross is satisfied with the explanation, and Frias will continue to bat with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. I mean, De La Rosa picked it up and just tagged Frias in case and got the fair ball call initially. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Frias digging back in against Zach Smith. Target is set and the pitch. Ground ball on the right side and through, so Frias' streak stays alive, 21 out of 22 now. And instead of there being the second out of the inning, there's 1 out and a runner on. Steve Lombardozzi steps in. He walked back in the first inning. Long Island with its 3rd single of the ball game. The infield for the Barnstormers will once again set up at double play depth. Barnstormers and the Ducks scoreless here in the top half of inning 3 with 1 out and the runner at first base. Frias 8 for 9 stealing on the year. First pitch is just a shade low on Lombardozzi and ball 1. .300 down the right field line. Picnic deck has a lot of occupants tonight. .400 straightaway center and .320 down the left side. Not too many folks out on the lawn. There are a handful of kids on the hill working out the energy. Ball 1, no strikes. Way out there, and Lombardozzi stands in at 2-0. The overturned call at home plate playing into the hands of Long Island at this point. Here's the set, 2-0, and Smith is low. 3 balls and no strikes to Lombardozzi, who hasn't seen much around the strike zone so far in this game. L.J. Mazzilli, the designated hitter, waits on deck. These two, the double Z guys, have really hurt the Barnstormers quite a bit this year. 32 for 73 in the season series. There goes Frias, the pitch, a called strike, and De La Rosa can't even get off a throw. He needn't bother. Frias almost had second base before De La Rosa had the ball in his glove. 9 stolen bases for Vladimir Frias. A runner is in scoring position for Long Island. And to Steve Lombardozzi, it is 3 balls and 1 strike. De La Rosa flashes the target. Here's the pitch, and it is ball 4, adding a second base runner here in the 3rd inning. With Mazzilli stepping into the box, he singled off the right field wall back in the 1st. Played very nicely by Caleb Gindel. Meanwhile, we have Ross visiting the mound, and at the same time, the TrackMan operator is out working on Bill Reuter's connection to the eye in the sky. First and second, Peoples using the first of his 3 mound visits that he is allowed in the ball game. Frias, the runner at second. Lombardozzi aboard at first. Let's take a look at the rest of the Atlantic League here this evening. See if everybody has avoided the rain so far, and they have. I'm actually surprised that they're able to play in both Gastonia and High Point, but they're underway. Gastonia leads West Virginia 3-1 in the second. High Point has Lexington down 2-0 in the second inning. It's Southern Maryland 4, York 0, behind Darrell Thompson in the top of the 3rd. Here, runners are at first and second with 1 away. L.J. Mazzilli digs in. Smith needing to find a double play ground ball again. Here's the motion, the pitch to Mazzilli. Breaking ball is good. He starts off Mazzilli, who grew up in Connecticut. Well, his dad was with the Mets. 0-1 the count. Target is set by De La Rosa toward the inner part of the plate. Smith misses low. Ball 1, strike 1. Smith with a better start against York a week ago tonight. The Barnstormers ended up winning that game 5-2. He had to come out in the 5th inning as he started to lose the radar. Now it is 2-1 on Mazzilli. But again, here you have a young man, 23 years of age. He just turned 23 last week. facing a lineup that has, well, Lombardozzi's been to the big leagues, Shaw's been to the big leagues, Flores has been to the big leagues, Kelly's been to the big leagues. 2-1 pitch, down and away, and now he's in real trouble. 3 balls and 1 strike, and L.J. Mazzilli. Chris Shaw waits on deck. No score in the top half of the 3rd inning. Frias and Lombardozzi leading off 1st and 2nd. Smith in a fix here. Mazzilli batting 3-1. The pitch fouled to the net. And for seemingly the umpteenth time tonight, we have a full count. This next pitch is one of those fulcral points of a ball game I like to bring up. You get the out here, and the condition of the ball game is a lot better for Zach Smith. You don't get the out here, either on a walk or a base hit, and you're in real trouble in the 3rd inning. 3-2 to Mazzilli. He got him a swing and a miss at the fastball. That one had just a little bit extra on it. Mazzilli has gone on strikes. That's the first for Smith. Now he'll face Chris Shaw with 2 outs and 2 on. Shaw hit a slow roller out in front of the plate that resulted in a double play back in the 1st inning. Two outs and 2 on in the 3rd inning as Shaw digs in against Smith. The pitch doesn't quite reach the outside corner, and it's ball 1 and no strikes. Frias singled through the right side with 1 out in the inning, stole second. Lombardozzi walked. But now 2 are away, and Smith with the chance to get out of trouble in this 3rd inning. Top of the order scheduled for the Barnstormers. Ball 2 is outside and low, throw behind the runner at second base, and De La Rosa hits Frias in the small of the back. 2 balls and no strikes, and that had to hurt. Frias is slow getting up. De La Rosa thought he had an opening for a quick out and a quick escape for his battery mate, Zach Smith. Instead, that throw just planted itself into the base of the spine. And Frias is up and doesn't look terribly happy out there. It happens. 2 balls and nothing. Oh, that had to smart. 2-0. The Smith pitch finds its way, took a little off of it. 2-1 to Shaw. Frias still rubbing the sore spot a little. 2 balls, 1 strike. The set and the next offering. Breaks inside and low. Shaw has a healthy advantage at 3 balls and a strike. Debinson Romero is the on-deck batter for the Long Island Ducks. 2 on, 2 out. Long Island with a chance. Smith with a chance to get out of it. Which way will it break? De La Rosa awaits. Here's the 3-2. Shaw swings and misses. And once again, it is 3 balls and 2 strikes. The entire bottom of the first seemed to be at 3-2. Payoff to Shaw. The runners will be off. Smith is ready, fires. This is popped up on the left side. Hoover comes over toward the tarp, but it's into the crowd, and Shaw gets another chance. Well, Chris Shaw has been at the major league level. He's not exactly an old man. He's just 27. He hails from the Boston area, officially Lexington, Massachusetts. Big fella at 6'4" and 220. 3-2 once again to Shaw. Here's the wind, the pitch, and he swings and misses. Shaw is gone on strikes, and once again, Long Island can't take advantage of a big scoring opportunity. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 left. That was shades of Niall Ball from Friday night with first and second, 1 out, and getting out of it. Well, the Barnstormers will step in the bottom of the 3rd inning, still in a scoreless game.
Hey, $2 bill here, aka the rare one. Problem is, I'm so rare, people just saved me. But thanks to the new Cash Vibe with Quick Cash from the PA Lottery, I'm back in business. For just $2, you can get bigger jackpots starting at 150 grand. Plus Quick Cash, a chance to instantly win $2 or $6. Haha, it's good to be wanted.
Play Cash 5 with Quick Cash from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
When everyone has a different craving, Wegmans Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals all in one delivery.
Both starting pitchers tonight, the 23-year-old Smith and the 25-year-old De Leon, have been like Simba from The Lion King, laughing in the face of danger. They've had to stare down some pretty big threats in this game. We remain scoreless heading to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Gindel, Allemond, and Galen will start things off for the Barnstormers here. Their second look at the 5'7" right-hander Anderson De Leon. Tough customer on the mound is De Leon. He got out of a bases-loaded scrape in the 1st inning, although 2 of the runners reached with 1 out, and the 3rd one with 2 outs. Gindel struck out swinging at a 3-2 pitch there, and now sends the first pitch high in the air, left field. Kelly going back. Kelly still going back, and that ball hits off the vinyl. It's extra bases for Gindel. He will round second and pull up with a leadoff double. 18th two-base hit of the season and the 41st extra base hit overall for the Barnstormers right fielder. He is in scoring position with nobody out. Blake Allemond will step in. Allemond smoked by a pitch his first time up. That is the 6th time he has been hit by a pitch since the 25th of July. Ouch. They're ganging up on him. 3 chances to get that first run of the night home. Gindel leads off second. Allemond is waiting on a pitch. He turns on it, hits a fly ball to right. It's not terribly deep. It's playable. Reaching up is Shaw. He'll make the catch. Gindel heads for third, and he is in without a throw, or at least a very late throw. Allemond flies out but moves the runner. The Barnstormers are taking an entirely different approach in this 3rd inning. They are attacking De Leon early. Both Gindel and Allemond have gone after the first pitch. After, in the 1st inning, De Leon threw 32 pitches, and there wasn't a ball put in play. Well, the Barnstormers are acting like they know what to expect here. Gindel is at third with 1 out as Galen stands in. Blake second on the ball club with 51, batted in for the season. The De Leon pitch, Galen also goes after the first one, but he swings and misses, and he's down a strike. Blake driving in the runner from third with fewer than 2 outs, 61% of the time on the season. He is 14 out of 23. Defense will concede the run. The infielders are back. Gindel up the line from third to Galen. It is low and outside. Ball 1, strike 1. Alejandro De Aza waits on deck. Center fielder Flores a little bit toward left center field against Galen. The pitch to Blake is inside, 2-1. Galen now has 2 of his Team Israel mates with him in this series. Ty Kelly is out in left field for Long Island, and Ben Wanger returned to the Barnstormers today, filling in a vacant slot. Here's the 2-1. Galen swings away, hits a ground ball to second. Lombardozzi will deal to first for the out as Gindel scores, and the Barnstormers take the early lead. 1-0 Lancaster in the bottom of the third inning. Long Island at this stage of the game content to allow a run to score to try and stay out of the big inning. Here's De Aza batting with 2 outs and the bases empty. Well, the Barnstormers played that double well. Alleman flying out to right center, moving Gindel to third, and then Galen bringing the run home on the ground out. Caleb Gindel, the league leader in runs scored, with all that power from the leadoff spot. It's a natural combination. To De Aza now. It is inside and low. He holds on the swing. Ball 1-0. That was the 68th time that Gindel has scored on the season. The Barnstormers are playing in their 71st game. Lloyd Turner holds the record. Ball 2, high and outside, 2-0. Robinson, the on-deck hitter for the Barnstormers, who have grabbed a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the third inning. De Leon working 2-0. De Aza swings and pulls this to right center field. Hustling over is Flores. He can't get to it, and the ball takes a goofy hop on him. De Aza will end up at second, and I think that will probably be a double all the way, but we'll check in to be sure. And that is the case. Flores was racing over to cut that off in the alley, and the ball sort of bounced high and died. And Flores ended up overrunning it as a result. The batter is Robinson. Trayvon walked his first trip. De Aza, by the way, is tied for 7th in runs scored coming into play tonight. To Robinson now. Fastball is up and away. Ball 1, no strikes. Allemond is 5th. Long Island has Lombardozzi. He's tied with De Aza for 7th. 1 ball, no strikes to Robinson. De Leon ready to go, and Trayvon holds on the swing, taking a strike. It is 1-1. Lombardozzi has taken the league lead in drawing walks. He has 54. Jake Skoll of Gastonia second with 50 and 52, and Galen is third with 50. Gindel is 5th with 46. To Robinson, ground ball right side, and that is through for a base hit. Up with the ball is Shaw. Heading home is De Aza, and he'll stride across with the second run of the inning. The Barnstormers have a 2-0 lead. Trayvon Robinson with the RBI ground single through the right side. His 40th run batted in of the season. Here is Dugan. Kelly went down swinging back in the first inning. Lancaster strikes for 2. As we've figured out, there are never enough runs here in 2021. The set. Robinson takes off. The pitch is high and outside. The throw from Giardina is low and off to the shortstop side. Robinson is in with his 11th stolen base. The Barnstormers trying to pull out all the stops offensively here in this third inning. Robinson with the steal. Kelly Dugan digs in at 1 ball and nothing. Giardina looked like the ball got stuck in his hand a little bit on that throw. Now Dugan swings and misses at the change. That's been very effective for De Leon against Kelly tonight. It's how he struck him out with a full count, and the bases loaded back in the first inning. Robinson leads off a second. It is a ball and a strike to Dugan. De Leon comes to the set, works quickly, and misses away. Dugan has the advantage at 2-1. The right-handed batting catcher Anderson De La Rosa is on deck, but De La Rosa is the proud owner of a base hit already in the game. 2-0 Lancaster. Dugan trying to get a third run home. De Leon with a lob toss back to Vladimir Frias. And Frias comes in to underhand the ball back. If he'd gotten much closer, they would have been risking a timeout under the Atlantic League rules. De Leon expected to wheel around and see Frias covering the bag, and Vladimir wasn't. To Dugan, it is ball 3 off the outer corner. 3 balls, 1 strike. Trayvon Robinson, the runner at second base. He just picked up Lancaster's 3rd hit of the inning. The other 2 have been doubles. Here's the pitch to Dugan. Kelly swings and misses, and again, it's that off-speed pitch. Dugan is having trouble reading it tonight, and De Leon has been able to pick at that a bit. But if Kelly does pick up on it, De Leon could suddenly find himself in a heap of trouble. 3-2, and the pitch is fouled back. That was the fastball. The count holds on Kelly Dugan, who came into the night 11 for 24 off of Long Island pitching with 11 runs batted in the season series. These two clubs meeting for the 10th time out of 25 for the season overall. 3-2, Robinson leads off second. De Leon to the plate. It's off speed, and this is sliced down the left field line, and a fair ball into the corner. Around to score is Robinson. Dugan is on with a double. Kelly Dugan goes the other way, and he is able to add to the Barnstormers' lead with De La Rosa stepping in. That ball got into my blind spot down the left field line. And now a conference at the mound between Giardina and De Leon, and it's just about signals, so no timeout is charged. Third double of the inning is Dugan is able to deposit a ball in the left field corner. 3-0 Lancaster. The Barnstormers actually have a slightly better record on the road this year. They've just played an even 500 at home at 18-18. To De La Rosa, it is slightly high, ball 1 and no strikes. The Barnstormers have perpetually had a runner at second base in this inning. Gendel started it with a double, eventually came around to score, then Diaz doubled, Robinson singled and stole second, and now Dugan has doubled. De La Rosa up there 1-0. De Leon delivers, and that's smack foul, and Ross has to do a dance to get out of there. One ball, 1 strike. Jake Hoover is the Lancaster hitter on deck. 3 runs home in the Barnstormers' half of the 3rd inning. And Lancaster still at work. 1-1, De La Rosa checks as ball 2 is low. There has not been a 1-2-3 inning yet tonight. Oh, a very quick bottom of the 2nd. After De La Rosa's leadoff single, Hoover grounded into a double play. And just 3 batters strode into the box. Swing and a miss by De La Rosa. 2-2. The all Anderson battle here. De Leon against De La Rosa. Dugan leads off second. The set and the pitch, and swing and a miss at the high fastball. De La Rosa's gone on strikes, but the Barnstormers produced 3 runs here in the third inning. They do it on 4 hits with no errors. Dugan left at second base, and at the end of 3, the Barnstormers have the jump at 3-0.
Bummer, the Barnstormers are on the road and you're looking for something to do. Clipper Magazine Stadium still has the answer for family fun. The summer movie series returns, presented by Lidl Supermarkets on selected nights throughout the summer season. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for family-friendly movies. For just $6.50 per person, you get to sit on the outfield grass and enjoy a film on the big screen in left center field. Showtime is 7 p.m. For more information and movie listings, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the events page.
72 years and 4 generations and still going strong. We are Gochenauer Appliances in East Petersburg, and we want to be your appliance store now and into the future. We sell all the best brand names of appliances at the very best prices. We also deliver, install, and service what we sell. Shop local and with your 4-generation hometown appliance store. Come to Gochenauer Appliances and see what a great appliance purchase experience is all about. You can even shop from home now at Gochenauers.com. Thanks for your support.
That was so close. Let's end with chicken number 9.
3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 4 left for the Barnstormers. Long Island, no runs on 3 hits with no errors. And the Ducks have also left 4 runners on base. Zach Smith will be facing Debinson Romero, Ramon Flores, and Sal Giardina as we head into the top half of the 4th inning. Tomorrow night is Wiener Wednesday. You can bring your 4-legged canine friend out to the ballpark tomorrow night. And Thursday is Greek Heritage Night at Clipper Magazine Stadium. I don't know all of what that will entail here, but I'm looking forward to it. I've talked about for the last few days, I always love ethnic festivals. And it does not matter the ethnicity. I enjoy them. Romero will step in, out to 4-3. Back in the 2nd inning, a sharp ground ball past the mound. Alleman was positioned perfectly. And he is in the same spot as Blake. His toes on the infield dirt. You must start there. You can't play on the outfield grass as an infielder in the Atlantic League in 2021. That's one of the experimental rules, a little bit lesser known than the double hook or certainly the so-called robo-umps or the mound being moved back a foot, but it is in place. Ball 1-0 on Romero. Smith comes back, and this ball is hit high in the air out toward right center field. Gindel is there. Caleb will reach up to make the catch. Romero is retired fairly routinely. 0 for 2 for him, and here is Ramon Flores, who lined out deep to left. Robinson tracking it down back in the 2nd inning. Now, the ball will travel tonight. We have seen that. Gindel able to get one to the vinyl in left field for his leadoff double in the 3rd inning. What a season he's having. 41 extra base hits now. He leads the league in that department and total bases. To Flores, outside from Smith for a ball, 1-0. Zach has a tendency, and it is correctable, to fly open at times. And we saw it on that pitch. Doesn't really follow through. The shoulder opens up, and he tends to miss outside to the left-handed batters. Strike taken there, and Flores bats at 1-1. Smith has kept the Ducks off the board for 3 1/3 now. 1 ball, 1 strike to Flores. The pitch cut on and missed. And Smith has an advantage at a ball and 2 strikes. Ramon Flores, the resident of Doral, Florida. time in the big leagues for him as well. They have a number of them on this Long Island Ball Club. They usually lead the league, or they were always up there with Sugarland and most guys with major league experience. Upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shaw became the 14th when he joined the club for this series. 2-2. Low, it gets away from De La Rosa. The count fills to Flores at 3 balls and 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 4th. The Barnstormers ahead of the Long Island Ducks 3-0. Galen, Robinson, and Dugan with the ribbies in the home half of the 3rd to break up the scoreless tie. Payoff pitch is due to Flores, and Smith walks him. He had him at 1-2, but loses Flores. That brings on Sal Giardina with a runner at first and 1 out. Giardina singled into center field on 1 hop to De Aza back in the 2nd.
Now batting the catcher, Sal Giardina.
It is the 3rd walk issued by Smith on the night. He has struck out 2. Lombardozzi has picked up the other 2 bases on balls. 1 out, runner on. The offering from Smith misses inside on Giardina. It is ball 1 and no strikes. Sal Giardina, who has the distinction, I fully believe, of having the single best mustache in the Atlantic League. Throw to first, and Flores is back in. Folks at the stadium can see it on the video board. It's still there. Still sporting it, not just from his early season photo op. Swung on and missed. It is a ball and a strike to Giardina. He's given the Barnstormers a hard time when he's played. Six for 16 in the season series. Covered up nicely by De La Rosa. Now Smith has fallen behind Giardina at 2 balls and 1 strike here. Giardina can play the corners in the infield as well. Upstairs, and now 3-1. Came out of the Atlanta organization, did Giardina. He popped in and out of AAA Gwinnett over the last few years. That's the type of player that really comes in handy in the Atlantic League. 3 balls, 1 strike. Giardina will look at ball 4, and now Smith has walked 2 in a row. He's missed with 7 out of his last 8 pitches. Ty Kelly steps in with runners at first and second and 1 out. Well, the Barnstormers staff has been able to cut down on the bases on balls here recently, but still the numbers for the season are troubling. Coming into tonight, 445 walks in 610 and a third innings, and on top of that, 68 hit batters. So that's 513 guys put on via wildness in 610 and a third innings. That is a lot. 1 out, first and second. The pitch to Kelly is slapped foul to the left. Smith breaks ahead in the count at no balls and 1 strike. Ty Kelly with a slight amount of time at the major league level with the Mets and the Phillies. Native California. He looks at a ball and it's 1-1. Played at the University of California, Davis. He was actually born in Dallas, grew up in California. 1-1 pitch. Kelly looks at a second strike. So again, Smith has an edge at 1-2. 118 major league games for Ty Kelly, 3 home runs. Flores is at second, Giardina at first with 1 out. Smith working to Kelly, 1 and 2, and that is far outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 4th, Lancaster leading by 3. De Leon has thrown 68 pitches over the first 3 innings. Smith here through 3 1/3 frames is at 69. 2-2 to Kelly. And that's a lot of pitches from both sides at this stage of the game. Kelly grows restless. He backs out. Smith trying to work out a first and second, 1 out again. And he misses outside. The count is 3-2 on Kelly. Wally Backman could start his runners. Flores and Giardina take the lead. Kelly bats 3-2. The runners hold, and the pitch is fouled to the seats on the left. Continuing at 3 balls and 2 strikes here. With so few balls put in play over the last couple of innings against Smith, it's hard to focus as a defender. 3-2. He got him, a swing and a miss. Well, that is another big strikeout for Smith tonight. Second out of this inning, and Jesse Berardi will step to the plate. Zach Smith has definitely gone to the Nile Ball school of pitching. On Friday, Ball had first and second with 1 out 5 times and did not allow any of those runners to score. Tonight, Smith got out of first and second, 1 out, or actually it was first and third, 1 out in the first inning. First and second, 1 out in the third, and now he's trying to escape another similar obstacle in the 4th inning. Strike on the outside corner to Berardi. It is 0-1. 3-0 Barnstormers in the 4th with 2 outs and 2 on. Smith will kick and fire. It is in the dirt, smothered again by De La Rosa. The count goes to a ball and a strike on Jesse Berardi. Ball game tonight so far has featured 6 walks, 7 strikeouts, and 8 hits. 1-1, and a Berardi fouled to the left. Smith is again ahead at a ball and 2 strikes. Zach with a chance once again to put a 0 up and frustrate the Long Island Ducks. Flores off second. Giardina leads from first. Here is the 1-2 on Berardi. Off speed, and he's able to stay away from it. Again, De La Rosa with the stop. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fairly significant pitch due here. 2-2. Berardi looks at ball 3 upstairs as he leans out of the way. And we have come to this point once again. Flores leading off second. Giardina off of first base. 2 outs and 2 on. The payoff to Berardi, fouled back. We have to do it once more. Flores and Giardina, of course, are free to roam. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Smith once again with a battle on his hands. Payoff is due to Berardi. Here it is. Runners go. Check swing. Did he go? No. And it's ball 4. The bases are loaded. 5th walk. Smith is issued. The pitch was a little high. Berardi checked just in the nick of time. Smith thought that he had gone too far. Obviously, by the reaction, some of the fans did as well. Vladimir Frias, who's 1 for 2 tonight, is about to step in. Meanwhile, Ross Peoples is going to utilize his second mound visit. Now, the Barnstormers will get action in the bullpen, and it will be the guy you would expect to see at this stage of a ball game, Garrett Granitz. Smith against both Flores and Berardi was ahead in the count at a ball and 2 strikes and lost both of them. So he has walked the bases full here in the 4th inning. The pitch count is up to 79 now. Ross will stay out there as long as Bill Reuter allows. Granitz begins to throw in the Lancaster bullpen. By no means is he up to full speed. In fact, he has not yet started to drop down, and there's the first one from a sidearm angle. He will work his way down to the submarine level gradually when warming up in the bullpen. And now Smith needs an out. He faces Frias, who is 1 for 2. A roller in front of the plate and then a ground single into right. Bases are loaded, 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th inning. The opportunity handed to the Long Island Ducks. 3 of the last 4 batters have walked. In between, Kelly struck out. And now to Frias. It is a ball down and away, 1-0. Lombardozzi, who's done nothing but walk tonight, waits on deck. Frias, switch hitter, batting left-handed. Awaits the 1-0 from Smith, and that is fouled over the rooftop, over to the left. So we get the 1-1 on Frias. Vlad is on the list of Barnstormers who have hit grand slams. 1 ball and 1 strike. Off third, Flores. Off second, Giardina. Off first, Berardi to Frias. High and 2-1. It's been 20-some pitches this half an inning since the last ball was put in play. We've had a couple of these spells in the ball game here tonight. 2-1 on Frias. Here's the motion, the pitch. That is sizzled foul down the first base line up into the seats. 2-2. Is Zach Smith able to wiggle out again? Vladimir Frias, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 3 on, 2 out. He's had a hit in all 4 games of this extended series against the Barnstormers, but only 1. That single came in the 3rd inning tonight. Now he'll step out. Smith and De La Rosa have a difficult time getting together. 2-2. Smith again ready. Here's the pitch. Ball 3 is outside and low, and we've gone to yet another full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes once more. The runners get to move. They'll all be coming. 3 balls and 2 strikes once again to Vladimir Frias. Here is the pitch, and it's popped up on the left side of the infield. Calling for it is Rondon. He'll put it away, and once again, Smith is able to wiggle out of an inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and the Ducks strand 3 will head to the bottom of the 4th. Lancaster on top by a 3-0 score.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh, yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Just 3.5 innings logged here tonight. No rain delay of any sort. We were able to dodge the weather. Did not look promising this morning that we would be able to play a baseball game tonight, but the weather forecast improved as we went along. But even at 6 o'clock, there was rain forecast at 6:45 and 7. It never materialized. And we started basically on time here this evening. Jake Hoover, Clea Luis Rondon, and Caleb Gindel facing Anderson De Leon as we enter the bottom half of the 4th inning. Hoover to lead off. He grounded into a double play his first time up. 6 unassisted to 3. Frias decided to take it himself instead of risking a toss to Lombardozzi. First pitch strike from De Leon. It is 0-1. The Barnstormers got to him for 4 hits and 3 runs last inning. They'd love to be able to extend that lead. To Hoover, 0-1. Breaking ball inside. 1-1 the count. We have seen a tremendous number of deep counts in the ball game tonight. We're averaging about 4.5 minutes per ball in play, and that has come in stretches. 1-1 on Hoover. Ball 2, missing below the knees. 2 balls and a strike. Only 2 of the last 9 batters to face Smith have put the ball in play. Here's a 2-1. Hoover will go for it and hit a dribbler first base side of the mound. Easy play for De Leon. He will underhand, and there's 1 out in the bottom of the 4th, bringing on Clea Luis Rondon. He flied to center back in the 2nd inning. One out, bases clear. Barnstormers ahead by 3, batting in their half of the 4th inning. Tomorrow night, Dalton Oates and Augie Silk will be the opposing starters. Brendan Feldman will, on Thursday, match up against Niall Ball. The Ducks will be seeing Ball for the 2nd time in this series. To Rondon, high, a ball 1-0. The Barnstormers will not be facing the same pitcher twice. And it does not appear that they will face Joe Iorio, the guy who I guess you could describe as the ace of the Long Island staff with 7 wins on the year. They won't see him at all. He was originally slated to go on Thursday, but Wally found the left-hander Oates and wants him to make a start here. 2-0. De Leon to Rondon. It's fouled off. 2 balls and a strike. Gendel waiting on deck. This year, just when you think Gendel might be starting to go into a little bit of a slide, he'll come out and the next thing you know, he's got 2 doubles in a game or a single and a home run. 2-1 pitch, fouled off. 2-2 on Rondon. Gendel had the one big inning at Long Island on Friday. Went 0 for 3 Saturday, didn't play Sunday. Comes out tonight and has a double and a run scored. To Rondon, here's a 2-2. And, oh, it's a full count. Like we haven't had any of those tonight. Clay Luis Rondon at 3-2. 1 out, nobody on in the lower half of the 4th inning. De Leon takes a deep breath. He will deliver the payoff pitch, and it is strike 3 called on the inside corner. 5th strikeout for Anderson De Leon, slipping one on the inner edge. Gendel will step in. He has gone down swinging, and he has banged a double off the fence and left. 2 outs, bases clear. De Leon now has retired 3 in a row since the opposite field double by Dugan. That produced run number 3 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The windup by De Leon to Gendel. He went for it all. A big swing and a miss. 0-1 on Caleb. De Leon seemed to hit a rough patch in that 3rd inning. But he has been in control, certainly, in this bottom of the 4th. The off-speed pitch is high. Gendel bats at 1-1. 80 pitches for De Leon tonight. So that has climbed. Smith's pitch count has climbed. Upstairs to Gendel, it is 2-1. Smith's now at 85 after that long war he had against the Ducks in the top half of this inning. 2-1 to Gendel. He hits a ground ball foul past Allemond. 2-2. Five different Barnstormers with 1 hit against De Leon so far tonight. Gendel awaits the 2-2. Here's the pitch. He swings and lobs a fly ball to right. Did he get enough of it? Chris Shaw back, leaping up against the fence, and that is going to come off the fence and roll back toward the infield. Gendel will head to 3rd, and he beats the throw. He's got his 2nd triple of the season and 2 spokes of the cycle. Chris Shaw back as far as he could go up against the picnic fence wall, or the picnic deck wall, I should say. Made the leaping try, couldn't quite latch on. Gendel has 3 bases. And padding his lead in the total base column. Blake Allemond steps in 0 for 1 in the game tonight. That is now 169 total bases on the season for Caleb Gendel. He leads up the line from 3rd, and a ball is low to Allemond. It's 1-0. Galen waits on deck. Lancaster 3, Long Island 0. Like I said about Gendel, just when you think maybe he's going into a little bit of a skid, he comes out, and the next thing you know, double, triple. Allemond with a soft liner right to the 3rd baseman, Berardi. And that will end the inning. The Barnstormers can't make anything out of the 2-out triple. No runs on a hit, no errors. Gendel left at 3rd, and we will head to our 5th inning tonight. The Barnstormers continue to lead the Long Island Ducks by a score of 3-0.
When everyone has a different craving, Wickerman's Meals to Go has it all. right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals, all in one delivery.
Like craft beers? Then the best place to be in Lancaster is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries, plus product from a local winery. Food including Otto's Meatballs is sold off a pub-style menu. So get together, hang out with your friends, or make some new ones. Enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
Proud to sponsor the Barnstormers and all they bring.
Fifth inning of baseball coming up. Lombardozzi, Mazzilli, and Shaw to face a right-hander, Zach Smith. While they have the opportunity, as Smith warms up here, I'd like to pass along a great big thank you to my hosts for this 2021 season, the Holiday Inn in downtown Lancaster. If you have not been there, whether it to the Imperial Restaurant downstairs or to have friends and family stay there, or if you're out of town staying there, it is an absolutely beautiful hotel. They have been very gracious hosts over the course of this 2021 season. I didn't think I would like living out of a hotel for the year, but actually, considering my squirrely hours, it has actually done well for me. Now here is Steve Lombardozzi. He has walked both times, facing Zach Smith for the third time in the game. Outside, and it is a ball to Lombardozzi, and Smith has been there to him all night. 1-0 the count. 3-0 Barnstormers, all the runs coming in the home third. 1-0 pitch, fouled away. Lombardozzi will bat at 1-1. When Ross first informed me we were signing a guy by the name of Zach Smith, and I believe he told me right-handed pitcher, I said, which one? Driven out to left field, hustling back is Robinson. He'll reach up for the catch. One out as Lombardozzi tries to follow Kelly Dugan as a left-handed batter to put a ball in the left field corner, but Robinson was positioned perfectly. One out, and Mazzilli steps in. So there were a couple of Zach Smiths that were coming out of college. The guy certainly that the Barnstormers have. There was another guy from North Dakota State. Now to Mazzilli. Fastball is high and inside. 1 ball and no strikes the count. And a third one from Abilene Christian. High drive left field. This ball is hit well. Robinson going back. Robinson to the wall, leaps, and on the warning track, he makes the catch. Great play, Trayvon Robinson. 2 outs in the inning. He takes at least extra bases away from L.J. Mazzilli. Robinson timed it perfectly, and we have 2 outs for Chris Shaw. In his Atlantic League debut, he is 0 for 2. So Ross quickly confirmed that it was the pitcher from Southern Arkansas that the Barnstormers were getting, and he just keeps getting a little bit better each time out. To Shaw, it is away, ball 1 and no strikes. I mean, to some extent tonight, he has gotten breaks from time to time, like that play. He's been a little bit wild, but he has hung in there. He's been tough when he's had to be. And now to Shaw, ball 2. It is 2-0. Fifth inning of baseball, Lancaster leading by 3. Galen, DeAza, and Robinson scheduled in the bottom of the inning. 2 balls and no strikes on Shaw. That's popped up foul. And of course, the importance for Smith getting through the 5th inning, not just about saving the bullpen, but you've got the designated hitter leading off the bottom of the 5th. And if Smith stays in the game, gets this 3rd out in the top of the 5th inning, Ross is not forced to make a move yet. Here's a 2-1 pitch. It's good. Shaw bats at 2-2. Smith has walked 5. He has struck out 3 and allowed 3 hits, all singles. Long Island challenged Robinson twice this inning. 2-2 pitch. Shaw with a ball scalded into right for a 2-out single, and Debinson Romero will come to the plate. Smith still has not been able to get through an inning unscathed. Romero has grounded to second and fly to right. 2 outs with a man on in the top of inning 5. 9 base runners now for Long Island. In the 4 2/3 innings, Smith has been out there. But if he can get Romero, then that is a terrific 5-inning stint for the man who just turned 23. From Katy, Texas, he told me earlier today for a EMAG playbill piece that I'm writing on college football allegiances, he's actually a fan of the Oklahoma Sooners. Ground ball foul, and Lou Ford has to leap out of the way. 1 strike to Romero, which means there's likely a family history there of some sort. You don't grow up in Texas and root for Oklahoma. That can get you beaten up as a kid down there, I believe. 0-1 to Romero. Breaking ball. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Smith is close to getting out of this 5th inning. Two strikes to Debinson Romero. Some well-hit balls here in the 5th. And he's facing just 2 outs and a runner at first. Romero bats 0-2. Swing and a miss at another breaking ball. And Zach Smith chalks up strikeout number 4 here tonight. It is no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. The Ducks have stranded 8 through 5 innings. We're halfway through a regulation play tonight. 4.5 innings in the books. And the Barnstormers continue to lead the Long Island Ducks by the score of 3-0.
Hey, $2 bill here, aka the rare one. Problem is, I'm so rare, people just saved me. But thanks to the new Cash Vibe with Quick Cash from the PA Lottery, I'm back in business. For just $2, you can get bigger jackpots starting at 150 grand. Plus Quick Cash, a chance to instantly win $2 or $6. Haha, it's good to be wanted.
Play Cash 5 with Quick Cash from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a night out and watch the Barnstormers? Well, thanks to May Grant Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game, it is the perfect spot for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark.
Zach Smith gets the Barnstormers through 5 innings tonight and still leads by the score of 3-0. Meanwhile, Blake Galen steps in to start things off in the Barnstormers half of the 5th. Galen 0 for 1 with an RBI on a ground ball. He knocked in the first run of the game, plating Caleb Gindel in the 3-run 3rd inning. Barnstormers reloaded after that, 3 straight hits to produce 2 more runs. Fastball from De Leon is in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. 98 pitches for Smith. And De Leon is in the middle 80s. He is outside. 1-1 on Galen. That was his 87th. Smith's been right about 50-50. 50 strikes and 48 balls for his work tonight. Galen awaits the 1-1. Here it is. Ground ball pulled to second. Easy play for Lombardozzi. And one quick out in the lower half of the fifth. Same type of ground ball. It got the run home back in the third inning. But here it does not accomplish anything with nobody on ahead. Alejandro De Aza will step in. He has gone down looking, and he has doubled and scored. Action commences again in the Lancaster bullpen, and once more it is Garrett Granitz. So you have to think he is coming in for the sixth inning. The Barnstormers get through the DH spot with Galen in the bottom of the fifth. We'll see if Ross makes a double switch. It may depend on how this inning goes exactly. A ball is outside. It is 1-0. If Dugan bats, then you have the option to put Galen in the game at first base and take Kelly out. If the Barnstormers send just 3 men to the plate this inning, then you might play it straight up. Called strike. It's 1-1. It may also depend on who's feeling 100% tonight and who Ross deems might need a break. It's the time of year, just the one day off. It's not about fatigue anymore, but the bodies can really ache, and managers have to read who's 100% and who is ailing a bit. 1-1. De Aza fouls this one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Robinson, who's perfect tonight, waits on deck. Robinson not only perfect offensively, but he's had to chase some balls down out in left field, and he's done it very nicely. Alejandro De Aza bats against Anderson De Leon at 1 ball and 2 strikes. The right-hander ready, the pitch. A fastball off the outside part of the plate, and we get to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not sure De Leon will go beyond 5 innings either, but that could depend on the outcome of De Aza's and Robinson's at-bats. 2-2 on Alejandro. The pitch fouled away. De Aza will continue. Three runs on the board for the Barnstormers, all in the third inning. They had 4 of their 6 hits in that inning. Neither one of the walks. De Leon was wild in the first and got out of it. Off speed, tails away from Alejandro, and now it is a full count. De Leon hit 1, walked 2, and then struck out the side around all of that in the first inning. Since then, the ball in general has been in play. 3-2, De Aza awaits, and he hits a pop-up third base side. Back on it, angling is Berardi, but the ball fades into the seats. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes as De Aza battles De Leon. 1 out, nobody on board. Bottom half of inning number 5. Lancaster has out-hit Long Island 6-4. We have seen clean defense both ways. 3-2 to De Aza. De Leon gets the sign from Giardina. Payoff is on the way, and it's ball 4. First walk from De Leon since the opening inning, his 3rd of the night. Trayvon Robinson has walked and singled in a run. He stands in. 1 out base runner for the Barnstormers in the 5th inning. Robinson with a steal of second back in the 3rd. We'll see if De Aza is willing to go here. He has stolen 8. Ducks infield looking to turn two. They've done it once tonight. To Robinson, low, and a good stop by Giardina. Neither he nor De La Rosa has let a pitch get through, despite the two starters both being a bit on the wild side. Nothing as drastic as we've seen at some points this year. 1-0 to Robinson. De Aza walks off first base, held by Romero. De Leon to the set, the runner holds, and Robinson hits a ground ball, fouls that, and that came up and startled Ladarius Clark, and I'm not sure it didn't hit Ladarius. He ended up running down the steps. 1 ball, 1 strike to Robinson. Dugan is on deck. Barnstormers looking to make something out of this 5th inning. De Leon comes set. Robinson tries to hold on the swing. They'll ask for help. And he did hold in time, 2-1. That call went against Rendon in the 4th inning. Two-1 to Robinson. Fastball gets through, and it's a 2nd strike for a 2-ball and 2-strike count. We'll see if Ross makes any defensive moves when we get to the top of the 6th. It certainly does appear that Granite's will enter the game to pitch. What a night for Zach Smith. Not an easy one, to say the least, but 5 scoreless innings for the young right-hander. He battled and he used his defense when he had to. Robinson grows impatient as De Leon has reached 100 pitches for the night. 1 out, 1 on. The count to Robinson. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 3 doubles and a triple, salted among the Barnstormers' 6 hits in the game. Anderson De Leon with the 2-2. Robinson chips a foul over on the third base side, and that is destined for the fans. The count remains 2-2 to the Barnstormers' left fielder. He has his 11th stolen base tonight. He's 11 for 11. Ladarius Clark on this ball club, 17 for 17. Two once again to Robinson. De Leon working out of the stretch. He will bring it, and Trayvon now has a full count. 3-2. My partner on Blue Ridge Cable 11, Eric May, would be tallying up the full counts. We've had a lot of them. Payoff to Robinson. We'll see if De Aza goes. He's not, and another pop-up foul heads to the seats. Robinson, if you're counting, is the 46th batter of the game. And we have seen over 200 pitches. Three-two, once again scheduled for Trayvon Robinson. De Aza has not budged off of first base during this entire sequence. He still could. De Leon sets, runner holds, 3-2. Menton fouled to the padding. It holds at 3-2 on Robinson. Dugan waiting very, very patiently on deck, and Granite's occasionally throwing a warm-up pitch or two, but he's had plenty of time He had already warmed up once back when Smith loaded the bases on walks in the 4th inning. So he is fully ready to go. 3-2 once more. De Aza holds again. Robinson swings and misses. So he is gone on strikes, and it leaves the inning to Dugan. 6 strikeouts now for Anderson De Leon. Dugan fanned with the bases loaded back in the 1st and then doubled in a run in the 3rd inning with a drive to the left field corner. That for Kelly was his 11th double of the season. He's driven in 47 runs now. He is 3rd on the ball club. 2 outs with De Aza still at first to Dugan, high, and ball 1. The quickest half inning we have seen in this game, that's happened twice, has been .12 pitches. Dugan awaits the 1-0, and that pops inside for ball 2. 2-0. De Leon and Smith have both run up a lot of pitches tonight. 2-0 on Kelly. De Leon comes set. The pitch fouled at the plate. It is 2-1. It's remarkable to me how few balls have been put in play in this game. We have seen quite the opposite of that here at the last week or so. 2-1. De Aza still parked at first. He's been there forever. Kelly hammers a foul to Prince Street. Got around on that way early. 2-2. Two outs with the man on. Barnstormers at no point in this game have had a walk and a hit in the same inning. It's been either or against De Leon. 2-2. To Dugan, high pop-up. This one's going to take a while. Frias calling for it, and he's got it for the final out. Well, the Barnstormers can't make anything out of a 1-out walk. They leave one. We are headed to the 6th inning tonight. Lancaster continues to lead Long Island by the score of 3-0.
Like craft beers? Then the best place to be in Lancaster is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries, plus product from a local winery. Food including Otto's Meatballs is sold off a pub-style menu. So get together, hang out with your friends, or make some new ones. Enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
This is the sound of the kind of thrill ride summer was made for. Here's the sound of another one. At the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, you'll find great deals on our entire line of performance vehicles, including the RCF, LC, and IS. Strap in and then hold on tight. But hurry, the sale ends September 7th. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
We have begun to see the coming of age of one Zach Smith. In his first 2 appearances, Smith had given up 17 runs in 4 2/3 innings. But he's turned it around. Last 2 outings, 9 1/3 innings and just 1 run. Tonight, 5 scoreless on 4 hits and 5 walks. He was in plenty of hot water and found a way out each and every time. Garrett Granitz takes over in the top half of the 6th. Granitz went through a bit of a rough spell, a couple of weeks ago, but his last few outings have been very strong for this ball club. He's in his 30th game of the season, 1-0, with a 4.81 earned run average. 33 and 2/3 innings, 42 hits, 18 earned runs, with 15 walks, 17 strikeouts. And Garrett tonight is looking for his 7th hold of the season. We talk about the recent success for Granite's. Last 3 appearances have been scoreless on 1 hit over 3 and 2/3 innings. He faces Ramon Flores leading off here. The first pitch, a strike to the outside corner, 0-1. Right-hander from Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. And he has been around. He was telling me today, we were laughing at some of the connections that we have. Both of us have been on a team with Jose Canseco, believe it or not. And some 30 years apart. Granite's was with him in the Pacific Association. And a long time ago, I worked with Canseco in Garrett's hometown of Madison. It's 1-2 now on Ramon Flores, leading off the top of the 6th inning. But that wasn't the only connection that Garrett and I discovered today. The other ties, again, through the Madison market. 1-2 popped up as that ball got scarily coasted to the outside corner on Flores, and he was able to fight it off. It came in at 60 miles an hour. Granite has thrown a pitch this year at 56 to strike out Matt Hibbert. But I found out he has an uncle that was a track teammate at UW with some of my friends when I was there. 1-2 is outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Flores is lined to left and walked. Granite's works 2-2. The pitch, ground ball, first base, skimming to the first baseman Dugan, who remained in the game. Flores is retired, 3 unassisted. And Sal Giardina, the catcher, will step in. That's one area where things have gotten much better for Granite's than they were early in the season, is he's been able to come out starting off innings fresh, which seems to actually do him pretty well, and get outs in a reasonably quick fashion. He retires Flores. We have 1 out. Giardina has not been set down tonight. He has a single to center and a walk. 6th straight inning where the Barnstormers have retired the leadoff batter for Long Island. Outside and 1-0 on Giardina. And that was crucial for Smith to be able to spin the 5 shutout frames. One and 0. Giardina gets jammed, fouls it off. 1 ball, 1 strike. And if it works out as it did for Ross Peoples on Saturday, this same trio will face Schumann in the 9th and have to make a profound adjustment. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Granite's has made the adjustment to the extra 12 inches. Some of his pitches that were below the strike zone early in the year seem to be getting up to the strike zone now. Now that one was high to Giardina. 1-2, Granite's to the plate. It's popped up on the left side. Hoover is there, just about straddling the line to make the catch. 2 are out, and Ty Kelly steps in. Kelly is 0 for 2. The Barnstormers ahead by 3 here in the 6th inning of baseball tonight. Take a look at the other scores around the Atlantic League. They have a wild one going on down at Caramount Health Park in Gastonia. The Honey Hunters lead the West Virginia Power 10-8 in the bottom of the 4th inning. High Point's up 3-1 over Lexington in the middle of the 6th. And Southern Maryland behind Darrell Thompson leading the York Revolution 7-1 in the top of the 8th inning. High for a ball on Kelly. It is 1-0. We are in the top of the 6th here with the Barnstormers leading by 3. 1-0 pitch taken for a strike as Granitz is able to run that on the edge of that invisible pane of glass. 1-1. Kelly wasn't so sure about that one. Another left-handed batter on deck in Berardi. Strike 2 as Granitz finds the outer part of the pane of glass. And a little dismay shown by Kelly as he now faces a count of 1-2. 2 outs, nobody on base. Granitz will go back to work, and the pitch, this one clearly missing. 2-2. De La Rosa, Hoover, and Rondon are scheduled in the bottom of the 6th, and I haven't seen anybody throwing in the Long Island bullpen. De Leon may be asked to come back out. He's well over 100 pitches. Here's a 2-2. Kelly fouls that to the net. Holding at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, he managed to get a game in under 3 hours on Sunday to break the streak. It was just the 5th all year. 2-2. Kelly awaits and rolls this to second. Aleman, an easy play, and Granitz, an easy inning. He sets the side down in order. Long Island, nothing across. Bottom of the 6th will come around with the Barnstormers leading the Long Island Ducks by the score of 3-0.
We are finally back enjoying Barnstormers baseball. I'm Adam Gocknauer from Gocknauer Appliances and thrilled to be sponsoring Barnstormers baseball yet again. We also wanted to thank all of you for your incredible support for our business during the pandemic. We are so happy to still be here helping you with the best brand names and the best prices of major appliances in the area. Enjoy the game, and we will continue to service you now and into the future. Gocknauer Appliances in East Petersburg and on the web at gocknauers.com.
New to Clipper Magazine Stadium in 2021 is Otto's Hospitality. Otto's is totally committed to the fan experience, from quality to convenience to safety. And they are committed to Lancaster, using local food purveyors whenever possible. New menu items like homemade Brauhaus pretzels, Black Angus burgers, and Otto's meatballs are sure to make any Barnstormers game even more fun. Use self-ordering kiosks or your phone instead of waiting in the lines. That's Otto's Hospitality.
Little man, big heart. Anderson De Leon remains on the hill for the Long Island Ducks. He'll start off the 6th against De La Rosa and Hoover. That might be it, as a left-hander has started to throw down on the left field corner for Long Island. We saw a lot of the left side of the Ducks bullpen over the weekend at Fairfield Properties Ballpark. They've got a lot of them out there. They have Hunter Cervenka, along with Clint Freeman and Chris Reed. The Barnstormers saw quite a bit of that trio in that 3-game series, along with a guy by the name of Brandon Sherman, who walked 5 on Friday night and has since parted company. First pitch from De Leon to De La Rosa is inside, ball 1. De La Rosa tonight is 1 out of 2. That was pitch number 111 from Anderson De Leon. The 1-0, De La Rosa half swing, rolls this slowly to Vladimir Frias, who will gun down the Lancaster catcher. 1 out on the check swing.
Third baseman
Jake Hoover comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. The Barnstormers have not exactly lit up De Leon. they have gotten to a lot of deep counts against him. That's for sure. He's allowed 6 hits and the 3 runs. He's walked 3, hit a batter, struck out 6, and he's gotten through 5 1/3 innings. Hoover stands in. The pitch is a fastball to the outside corner, and De Leon showing he's still got good velocity here in his 6th inning. On pitch number 113 for the night, it registered 91 on the stadium gun. 0-1 to Hoover's upstairs. Ball 1, strike 1. We are likely to see the left-hander after Hoover. At least that would be my guess. They could wait until Gindel if Caleb gets up this inning. Hoover swings and misses. It's 1-2. 3-0 Barnstormers, bottom of the 6th. All the runs coming across the plate in the 3rd inning. Gindel doubled, moved up on a couple of outs to score. Then De Aza doubled. Robinson singled him home, stole 2nd, and Dugan doubled. High and inside, Hoover is alive with a count of 2-2. Rendon, a switch hitting shortstop, waits on deck. The DH spot is due 4th for the Ducks in the top of the 7th. Here's a 2-2. Ground ball again to Frias. He will dig it up on the run. His throw, however, pulls Debinson Romero off the bag, and Hoover is safe. Runner on the throwing error by Vladimir Frias. The door is ajar for the Barnstormers here in the 6th inning. Rendon comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. A fly out and a strikeout for Clea Luis tonight. Hoover is a stolen base threat. He's 3 for 3. 1 out and the runner aboard. Rendon will still be facing De Leon. Jake out to a decent lead. He's not going. Ball 1 is outside on Rendon. 1-0 the count. Only stolen base of the game for the Barnstormers, picked up by Trayvon Robinson in the 3rd inning. Vladimir Frias has swiped one for the Long Island Ducks. 1 ball, no strikes, and Rendon upstairs, 2-0. Gindel on deck, and I have to think he'll get the lefty. Although, where Caleb is involved, it doesn't make a tremendous difference. A little more home run power against right-handers, but batting average-wise, it's fairly even. 2-0, fouled back by Rendon. 2 balls and 1 strike. The highest number of pitches I've seen anybody throw this year, 129, and that was Augie Silk. Donald Goodson, meanwhile, is warming up in the Lancaster bullpen. And that's been the pattern when the Barnstormers have had a lead. Goodson 6, Granite 7, Moya 8, Schumann 9. And as long as nobody falters, that's the way it will continue. Rendon bats at 2-1. Throw to first base. Hoover is chased back. Barnstormers trying to make Long Island pay for the throwing error here in the 6th inning. Jake Hoover taking the lead. Rendon bats 2-1, swinging and missing. It is 2-2, and De Leon still showing some pretty impressive velocity. That was pitch number 121 for him tonight. Two and 2 to Clea Luis Rendon. Hoover has gone nowhere. He'll get a throw, and he's back in. Lancaster still with the 3-run lead. It is held since the bottom of the 3rd inning. Two once again to Rendon. Runner holds, pitch, line toward the gap and left center field. That is down. It will be collected by Kelly. Racing for third is Hoover. He's in. Rendon with a single, and the Barnstormers have runners at the corners with one out for Caleb Gindel. Will this be the end of Anderson De Leon? Answer, yes. Here comes Wally Backman with the lineup card in hand, and he is approaching Bill Reuter before he goes to the mound. This means we'll have multiple changes for the Long Island Ducks. L.J. Mazzilli has been the designated hitter. I am fairly certain he will be headed to the outfield. And Ty Kelly, it appears, is coming out of the game. Mazzilli will replace him. The pitcher spot will drop to number 8, which just batted. Well, those are the changes with a lefty reliever coming on to face Caleb Gindel. We'll see whether this is Cervenka or Reed in just a moment. The Barnstormers leading 3-0, threatening for more, and we will be back in just a moment.
At Clipper Magazine Stadium, we have hot dogs and popcorn, peanuts, soda, and nachos. But what if, say, you are only 3 months old and mom wants to have a night out and watch the Barnstormers? Well, thanks to May Grant Obstetrics and Gynecology, the littlest of Stormer fans now have a place to go for dinner during the game. Tots can take mom to the Little Sluggers dugout behind Section 13 at the stadium for a comfortable private feeding experience. A brightly painted room with comfortable furniture and TVs tuned to the game, it is the perfect spot for baby and mom during a night at the ballpark.
This is the sound of someone getting the most out of a summer day. So is this. Because for some, summer days were made for adventure. At the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, you'll find great deals on our entire line of leading-edge hybrids, each with the power and range to help you get the most out of your summer. But hurry, the sale ends September 7th. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
First and third with one out in the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Barnstormers will now be facing left-hander Chris Reed. Reed 6'3", 235. Hunter Cervenka is 6'1", 250, so a slightly different build. Reed hails from Fairfield, Connecticut. Barnstormers saw him over the weekend. He has been in 21 previous games. 1-2 with a 6.83 earned run average. Reed pitched a perfect inning. He had the 8th inning, correct that, the 7th inning on Sunday. He also threw a 1-2-3 inning with 2 outs, again the 7th, back on Friday night, and got the side in order. He struck out Gindel looking in that appearance. Hoover at third, Rendon at first with 1 out. Gindel looks at a ball upstairs. It is 1-0. Lancaster trying to extend the 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Caleb Gindel tonight with a double and a triple. He has scored a run. Now just looking to pick up Hoover from third. Reed works 1-0. Gindel instead pops this up, so he will not get it done. Blake Alleman will have to give it a shot. Frias with the catch for out number 2.
Second baseman Blake
Alleman is 0 for 2, and he's been hit by a pitch. The Barnstormers have really had a problem over these past few games against the left side of Long Island's bullpen. Reed, Freeman, and Cervenka have shut down the Lancaster batting order. Well, Alleman is going to turn around and bat right-handed for the first time in a few weeks. We'll have to make a note of this. He goes after the first pitch and fouls it off for a strike. It is 0-1. Alleman has batted exclusively left-handed since coming back from a little over a week on the shelf. He came back on the 20th of July, so it's been about 4 weeks since his return and better than a month since he's batted right-handed. 0-1. Reed deals high and inside. Ball 1, strike 1. Hoover at third, Rendon at first with 2 outs in the Lancaster half of the 6th inning. Goodson is ready to go. for the top of the 7th, but the Barnstormers would like to do a little bit more here. To Alleman, 1-1. Blake fouls this at the plate. Reed has him at 1 ball and 2 strikes and is almost getting De Leon out of a predicament in the bottom of the 6th. Gendel popped up. Alleman bats at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Defense back here with 2 gone. Reed looks at first. Rondon takes off. The ball is smoked, just fouled on the left field line. That would have scored 2 had it dropped inside fair territory, but clearly foul by probably 3 or 4 feet down there. Alleman back in with a count of 1-2. With Rondon on the move, there's no way he doesn't score on a ball into the left field corner. And of course, Hoover could just jog home from third. Alleman back in at 1-2. Reed is ready to go. The pitch, fastball swung on and missed. You generally get just 1 chance. You hardly ever get 2. Alleman is gone on strikes. It's no runs on a hit with 1 error, 2 men left on base. Lancaster unable to stretch out the lead. Goodson coming on for the 7th inning with the Barnstormers ahead by the score of 3-0.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
For the youth of our area, the Barnstormers are offering a wide variety of camps throughout the summer to teach everyone some tips on baseball and softball. Camps are offered to kids as young as 4 and as old as 12. Some even involve the parents. They run from June 15 all the way through August 28. For more information, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the Clinics tab. All presented by Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster.
Right-hander Donald Goodson has taken over in the Long Island 7th for Lancaster. Garrett Granite's perfect through the 6th inning. His last 4 appearances have been brilliant. Jesse Berardi will lead off here against Goodson. Goodson also has nicely settled into a role here in the second half of this campaign. Overall 2-2 with a 5.29 ERA. He has 7 holds for this ball club, 31 hits in 32 1/3 innings with 28 walks and 34 strikeouts. Donald, though, is in his last 9 innings given up just 3 hits and 3 runs, 4 walks, and he has struck out in that span 12. First pitch to Berardi, a fastball is away, and it's ball 1, no strikes. Berardi has flied out and walked here tonight. Always interesting to watch the radar gun when Goodson is on the hill. Ball 1, no strikes to Berardi, and Donald flies open. He's high and outside for ball 2, and a 2-ball, no strike count. Frias and Lombardozzi will follow here in the 7th inning. It's not about matchups for us, peoples. It's about inning slots. 2-0 on Berardi, and Goodson rides one to the knees on the inside corner. The strike is called. 2-1. Goodson can come out of the chute and hit top velocity. 97.5 the first pitch, 97 for the second. 2-1 on Berardi. Fastball is tipped foul. The count is 2-2. Working to protect a 3-0 lead here in the 7th inning. All the runs coming across in the Barnstormers half of the third. 2-2 to the lefty batting third baseman. Goodson winds, fires, and it's lifted foul out of play. The count continues. Does Donald at any point go to that nasty changeup here? With the 3-run lead, I'm not sure that he does. Not at 2-2, maybe if it were 1-2. He kicks, fires, and there it is actually, and Berardi's able to handling it, trickling a foul up the first baseline. Still 2-2. Just starting off the 7th inning. We've had some tense battles in this season series, and we have had some blowouts. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He went back to the pure fastball. Berardi is gone on strikes. We have 1 out, and Vladimir Frias stepping in. Frias is 1 for 3 tonight with the stolen base. Lombardozzi on deck. Goodson gets the leadoff man. It's 7 innings in a row tonight. The Barnstormers have been able to do it. And that always helps you to stay away from run-scoring innings. To Frias, foul to the left. 1 strike. Got to match up against that powerful fastball of Donald Goodson. Moya will work the 8th unless something collapses here, or unless the Barnstormers strike big in the bottom of the inning. To Frias, off speed and in at the top of the zone for a no-ball 2-strike count. I don't know that's where Goodson necessarily wanted that pitch, but it turned out to be effective. Nothing in 2 on Frias. The motion, the fastball is hit down the right field line. Tricky play. Dugan racing out into foul territory, and the ball ticks off his glove as he gets toward the bullpen mound. It's simply a foul ball. Two strikes on Frias, who stands at first base. He thought it was fair. I don't know that anybody else did. Most importantly, Jonathan Lamantina did not think it was fair. 0-2. Earlier, Frias got a fair ball called foul. He was trying to reverse the trend. And he had a base hit after that back in the 3rd inning. 0-2. Vladimir Frias batting with 1 out. Nobody on in the 7th inning.
The back is hurting.
No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, fastball, that's fouled. Frias sticking around. It would have been a great catch if Dugan had made it on the previous pitch. He was going full tilt down the right field line and beginning to approach the changed elevation of the bullpen mound. And he just couldn't quite hang on. 0-2 once again to Vladimir Frias. That missed badly. Ball 1, 2 strikes. Top fastball so far for Goodson tonight, 97.8 miles per hour. One ball, 2 strikes. Frias takes the fastball and pops it up behind shortstop. Clea Louise Rondon waves off the other traffic and makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down for Lombardozzi. He has walked twice and flied out the left.
Second baseman Steve Lombardozzi.
5 in a row retired by this quartet out of the bullpen. They set down 12 in Saturday night's game. All 12 they faced. And again, it would be Goodson in the 7th, Moya in the 8th, and Schumann in the 9th if the picture doesn't change. Goodson to Lombardozzi, missing outside, and ball 1. Lombardozzi walked against Zach Smith in the 1st and 3rd, and then flied out to fairly deep left field in the 5th inning. 1-0. Goodson's pitch, fastball missing, and Lombardozzi is up there at 2-0. Donald comes back. That's met and fouled away. 2 balls, 1 strike to Lombardozzi. LJ Mazzilli is on deck. He had an extra base hit taken away by Robinson last time up. Two balls, 1 strike to the lefty, or the switch hitting second baseman, batting left-handed. The Goodson pitch, fastball chopped to short. Rondon with an easy play and an easy inning for Donald Goodson. The Ducks go down in order. Second right-hander in a row gets the job done. The Barnstormers have the pitcher spot. DeAza and Robinson due up in the bottom of the 7th inning with the score. The Lancaster Barnstormers 3 and the Long Island Ducks nothing.
You can enjoy a night at the ballpark and help out the United Way of Lancaster County. All you have to do is spend 3 hours as an usher during a Barnstormers home game, and the ball club will donate $20 in your name to the United Way program of your choice. Be a friendly face, have fun, and raise money for your favorite local charity. To sign up, go to the LancasterBarnstormers.com website and head to the community link, and we'll see you at the ballpark.
This is the sound of someone looking out for the safety of a loved one.
Come here, honey. Let's get you buckled up.
And this is the sound of a Lexus looking out for someone else on the road. At the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, you'll find great deals on our full line of vehicles, each with our advanced standard safety technology. But hurry, the sale ends September 7th. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Pre-collision system with pedestrian detection is not a substitute for safe and attentive driving practices. See owner's manual for additional limitations and details.
Devon Torrance is swinging a bat in the on-deck circle as Hunter Cervenka takes over for the Long Island Ducks on the mound as we approach the bottom half of the 7th inning here tonight. Torrance will be followed by DeAza and Robinson. 3, 4, and 5 spots in the Lancaster batting order. Blake Galen was the DH, and he came out of the game once Zach Smith was lifted. Gabriel Moya now tuning up in the Lancaster bullpen. He would face Mazzilli, Shaw, and Romero in the top of the 8th inning. Lancaster 3 and Long Island nothing. Cervenka has been fantastic since leaving West Virginia and coming to Long Island. Overall, he's 1-3 with a 4.65 ERA with the Ducks. 1-3, and his ERA is just 3.09. He's given up only 18 hits and 9 walks in 23 1/3 innings. Torrance will bat right-handed against him. Lancaster would not mind an extra run or two here. Cervenka to Torrance. Devon tries to bunt, pops it up. Giardina racing back, but that ball is in the seats. One strike on Devon. Torrance checks in. His average has slumped to 243. 15 runs batted in for him on the season. One extra base hit, and that's a triple. Oh, 0-1 from Cervenka. The left-hander brings it home, high and outside. Torrance stands in at a ball and a strike. Chris Reed faced two batters and struck out one, going 2/3 of an inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to Torrance. A slow roller right side. Lombardozzi will fish it out and throw for the out. Torrance grounds out, 1 away. De Aza will step in. Alejandro has doubled, walked, and struck out, so maintaining his .500 average in the season series. 18 out of 36 now for him. One away in the 7th inning. The Barnstormers have gotten the leadoff man on twice in the game and made something out of the 3rd inning with the leadoff double by Gindel. They also got De La Rosa on to start the 2nd, but he was erased on a double play ball. De Aza stands in against Cervenka. The pitch slides outside and low. Ball 1-0 with Robinson on deck. Flores not all that deep in center, nor is Kelly in left. To De Aza, it's sliced down the left side, and that will be in amongst the kids on the hill. They chase it down, literally and figuratively. Cervenka to De Aza again. This is hit to left and again ends up on the hill. In a completely different spot, and all young boys and girls who had gone after the first one toward the seating bowl had to chase this one more toward the foul pole. They went after it as a gang out there. 1-2 on De Aza. Cervenka getting the signal once again from Giardina. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Alejandro line drive, snagged by the third baseman Berardi. 2 outs in the inning. Alejandro, a good piece of hitting with 2 outs. Looking to go to the opposite field. Berardi stuck his glove up and got it in the way. I also think Alejandro may have cracked his bat on that. 2 outs, Robinson stands in. We're getting closer to Gabriel Moya showing up in this game. Robinson with an RBI single in the midst of the 3-run 3rd inning. He also scored there. Past everything into the backstop. Ball 1-0 on Robinson. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the 7th. 7 hits for Lancaster, 4 for Long Island tonight. The on-deck batter is another lefty in Kelly Dugan. Ball 1-0 to Robinson. He goes the other way. A little fly ball straight at Chris Shaw. It ends it. Nothing doing for the Barnstormers in the lower half of the 7th. They still haven't been able to extend the lead. The Ducks haven't been able to catch up. We go to the 8th, still frozen at 3-0 Lancaster.
Hey, $2 bill here, AKA the rare one. Problem is, I'm so rare, people just saved me. But thanks to the new Cash Vibe with Quick Cash from the PA Lottery, I'm back in business. For just $2, you can get bigger jackpots starting at 150 grand. Plus Quick Cash, a chance to instantly win $2 or $6. Haha, it's good to be wanted.
Play Cash 5 with Quick Cash from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
When everyone has a different craving, Wickerman's Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals all in one delivery.
Ross Peoples runs through his lineup card with home plate umpire Bill Reuter. Gabriel Moya is on the hill for Lancaster. I don't detect any other changes. It's still Gindel, Deaza, and Robinson in the outfield. The infield certainly looks the same. Moya is on the hill. Three to nothing. West Virginia now leads Gastonia 11-10 in the top of the 6th inning. Southern Maryland has defeated York 7-3 the final. Darrell Thompson goes to 8-2 in a game played in 2 hours 37 minutes. Unforeseen for 9 innings in this Barnstormers season. Left-hander Moya, 6 feet tall, 225 pounds. He'll be in his 30th game. 3-0 with a 1.84 ERA. He has 8 holds and a save. 29 hits, or 29 and a third innings, I should say. 23 hits, 6 earned runs. He's walked 9 and struck out 34. And for about the last 3.5 weeks or so, has given up very little. 9 innings, 3 hits, 1 run with 3 walks and 10 strikeouts in that span. L.J. Mazzilli, now the left fielder for the Ducks, leads off here in the top half of the 8th inning against Gabriel Moya. High Point, by the way, 4-1 over Lexington, bottom of the 8th. That's the other score in the Atlantic League. Mazzilli digs in. Moya ready to go. Kicks, brings it home, and drops it low. Ball 1-0. Donald Goodson pitched a perfect 7th. He, like Grant's, earning a hole. Ladarius Clark, pardon me. Clark is now in left field, and Robinson is out of the game. The pitcher's spot becomes number 5. Chopper foul. 1 ball and 1 strike on Mazzilli. Lancaster leading by 3 in the top of the 8th inning. Moya trying to set down the leadoff batter for the 8th consecutive inning. Barnstormers have done it all night long. Smith for 5, Granitz for 1, Goodson for 1. 1 for 3 for Mazzilli in the game. He had a single against Smith back in the 1st inning. The pitch, swing and a miss, and Moya works ahead at 1-2. Gabriel hides the ball so well and just has such an assortment of pitches. Mazzilli bats at 1-2. The arm is circling and circling and circling. Now he's ready to go. Target set by De La Rosa. Here is the 1-2. Mazzilli pops it up right side. Dugan hustling over toward his own dugout, reaches up and he makes the catch. Mazzilli is retired for the first out. 7 straight set down by the back end quartet for the Barnstormers tonight. Chris Shaw will step in. He is 1 for 3. overall, the group of Granitz, Goodson, Moya, and Schumann has retired 20 in a row. The last to reach base was Melky Mesa with a double to right field against Scott Schumann a week ago tonight. It's not for the entire bullpen, but it's for these guys who are slotted in these latter innings. Shaw batting against Moya with one out, nobody on. Gabriel to the plate and misses, I guess, just a shade low. Ball 1-0 on Chris Shaw, who had a single back in the 5th inning after grounding into a double play. Grounding is sort of exaggerating the point. He hit a ball about 2 feet in front of the dish. Outside and low, Moya has dropped behind Shaw at 2-0. Davidson Romero, the first baseman, is the on-deck hitter. Dugan, De La Rosa, and Hoover will bat in the Barnstormers half of the 8th inning. Currently leading by 3. 2 balls, no strikes on Chris Shaw. Here's the Moya pitch, off speed and right in a perfect spot. 2-1. Shaw opted not to go for it. There is a right-hander warming up in the bullpen now for the Long Island Ducks. 2 balls, 1 strike to Shaw. Moya goes back to work. He kicks, he'll bring it home, and it's fouled to the screen. Gabriel now even with Shaw at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Thus far this season, the Barnstormers have not been able to shut out their opponents. Working on it tonight, but there's still a ways to go against a pretty good Long Island batting order. 2-2, misses, and it's ball 3. Moya was close with it. Now he has to deal with Shaw at 3 balls and 2 strikes. A streak of 20 straight outs for this foursome could be coming to an end. 3-2. Moya ready to go. Here's the payoff, and he misses with it. Ball 4 is outside. Shaw, a base runner. And I've done it once again. I mentioned a streak, and it ends. Davidson Romero will come to the plate. He is 0 for 3. He is grounded out, flied out, and struck out. Moya giving up the 1-out walk here in the 8th inning. 6 walks given to the Ducks tonight. They have 4 hits, all singles. Romero trying to build an 8th inning for Long Island. Left-handed batting center fielder Ramon Flores waits on deck. Moya to the plate, and Romero gets underneath, lifting a fly ball to left. Clark started back on that, now hustling in. He's got the speed to make up for it. Romero is retired. That's the 2nd out, and Flores will step in. 0 for 2 with a base on balls for Ramon Flores here tonight.
Center fielder Ramon Flores.
Still really loved watching him with his kid over the weekend out on the field after games. He and Darren Downs both out there playing with the kids. Flores with the Brewers in 2016 hit .205 in 104 games. Chris Shaw, the runner at first, now with 2 outs in the inning. Flores being played drastically to the opposite field. He takes a breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1. Shaw inching off first. Moya has shown very little interest in him, but you never know. 0-1 on Flores. Gabriel looks toward first base, and he'll come to the plate. It is outside. Flores batting at 1-1. Switch hitting catcher Sal Giardina is the on-deck batter. Goodson has already earned his 8th hole tonight, and Granite's his 7th. Moya, if he succeeds in ending this inning, will get his 9th. It is 1-1 on Flores, right down to the end of the bat handle. The pitch is lifted to left. Ladarius Clark is there. He will secure another one. Moya has the Barnstormers through the 8th, and Schumann will get ready for the 9th. No runs, no hits, no errors, one left. The Barnstormers will step in their half of the 8th inning, continuing to lead by a 3-0 score.
Bummer, the Barnstormers are on the road and you're looking for something to do. Clipper Magazine Stadium still has the answer for family fun. The summer movie series returns, presented by Lidl Supermarkets on selected nights throughout the summer season. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for family-friendly movies. For just $6.50 per person, you get to sit on the outfield grass and enjoy a film on the big screen in left center field. Showtime is 7 p.m. For more information and movie listings, go to LancasterBarnstormers.com and click on the events page.
72 years and 4 generations and still going strong. We are Gochenauer Appliances in East Petersburg, and we want to be your appliance store now and into the future. We sell all the best brand names of appliances at the very best prices. We also deliver, install, and service what we sell. Shop local and with your 4-generation hometown appliance store. Come to Gochenauer Appliances and see what a great appliance purchase experience is all about. You can even shop from home now at Gochenauers.com. Thanks for your support.
Lower half of the 8th inning, Dugan, De La Rosa, and Hoover are scheduled for the Lancaster Barnstormers. And it looks like they are getting the master of the slider, Rob Griswold, who will face Lancaster for the 3rd time in this series. And he has been basically untouchable. He has thrown an inning and 2/3. He's walked 1, struck out 2. His stuff is absolutely filthy. He's one of the 5 that Long Island has picked up out of the MLB Draft League. He's from Milford, Connecticut. He was pitching for the Trenton franchise, 23 years of age, 6'1" and 185 pounds. He has been a tremendous pickup. 4-0 with a 2.03 ERA, and as you might imagine, Schumann is already warming up in the Lancaster bullpen. Here is Kelly Dugan, and Kelly will take a fastball up and away. Ball 1, no strikes. Dugan with an RBI double back in the 3rd, 1 out of 3 for him tonight. Griswold comes back. Dugan swings and misses again against a fastball. It is 1-1. 7 hits for the Barnstormers, all off the starter De Leon in 5 1/3 innings. To Dugan, swing and a miss again. Griswold is not overpowering, but his pitches have some late life, and the Barnstormers just haven't managed a thing against him. That didn't get the outside corner. Kelly lays off, and it's 2-2. Dugan, 21 runs batted in his last 21 games, 47 now on the season. The 2-2, there's the slider, strike 3 called, and everybody knew that. That pitch is vicious. 8th strikeout for Long Island pitching with 1 away. Anderson De La Rosa will step in. He is 1 out of 3. 4 straight fastballs, 2 outside, 2 swings and misses, and then a roundhouse slider that snapped back across the middle of the plate. Dugan read that most of the way as ball 3, but it wasn't ever going to be. Griswold starts off De La Rosa with that pitch. It began behind him. De La Rosa leaping out of the way. It didn't get all the way back, and it's 1-0 on the Lancaster catcher. He had a single back in the second inning. He has since struck out and grounded out. Griswold with the 1-0. The fastball is away. De La Rosa batting 2-0. Jake Hoover, the on-deck batter. Giardina, Kelly, and Berardi all will bat from, well, I take that back. The pitcher's spot is due second. Strike to Della, and it's now 2-1. So Giardina, a pitch hitter, and Berardi will bat in the ninth inning against Schumann. Long Island has a very long bench. 2-1, and De La Rosa goes after one of those sliders and misses it by 1.5 feet. And probably that pitch was headed, if it were a fastball, Dela would have made contact with it. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Griswold. Here's the pitch, and De La Rosa hits a slow ground ball to Vladimir Frias, who's got plenty of time. 2 up and 2 down for Jake Hoover, who's been held hitless here tonight. He reached on an error. That won't count for his streak. The Ducks have found themselves some pitching out of that Major League Draft League with Rob Griswold and Dylan Pfeiffer we saw the other day. We've got a couple of good ones there anyhow. Way outside to Hoover. He read it and takes ball 1-0. They also have Dalton Oates we'll see tomorrow night. Hunter Caudell pitched well as the starter on Sunday. Again, the roundhouse slider, this one too far inside. And Jake Hoover bats at 2-0. Griswold went to Long Island University. Bouncer towards short. Frias with time. Fires across the diamond. The Barnstormers go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 8th. Long Island's bullpen sets down 8 in a row. Scott Schumann will be coming in for the top half of the 9th, seeking his 13th save. Again, it's Giardina, the pitcher spot, and Berardi scheduled through 8. Lancaster leads by a score of 3-0.
In the 9th inning, High Point leading Lexington 4-1.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
Excuse me, are you saying localflavor.com?
Oh yeah, it's where I save big bucks on all kinds of things. Home improvement projects, dining out, family fun, electronics, jewelry, clothing. I even bought my wife a fancy spa package for half price.
Half price?
Yep, you know all the deals you find in Clipper Magazine.
I love Clipper Magazine.
Well, they're all on localflavor.com too. And you can get them right on your phone thanks to localflavor.com's mobile app. Here, take a look.
Well, this app is amazing. Look at all these restaurants, amusement parks, car washes, fitness centers. This is worth sharing about.
Exactly. Localflavor.com online, the Local Flavor mobile app, and Clipper Magazine together. It's like a triple play.
Do the cheer again. I'm in.
Localflavor.com, local flavor. Come on, everybody! Localflavor.com, local flavor. Localflavor.com, local flavor.
3-0, the Barnstormers lead as we go to the top half of the 9th inning, and Scott Schumann has come on. It's his 29th appearance. He is 2-2 with 12 saves and a 1.80 ERA, 23 hits, 6 earned runs in 30 innings. He's walked 13, struck out 49. He faced Long Island at Fairfield Properties Ballpark back on Saturday and struck out the side on 10 pitches. He got Fields, Kelly, and Giardina. He'll be facing Giardina to start off the 9th inning here. Schumann's biggest nightmare of this season came against the Long Island Ducks the last time he faced them on this field. A right-hander losing the grip on a lead. He gave up 4 runs. And the Barnstormers ended up losing that one 6-5. Since then, just one earned run in 17 innings, although some unearned runs have scored against him in the interim. But in his last 11 innings, he has been clean, giving up 6 hits and 1 walk while striking out 15. Giardina leads off. He has singled, walked, and fouled to third. Lancaster 3, Long Island nothing. The only runs of the night scored in the bottom half of the third inning. Scott Schumann, the 4th reliever used by Ross Peoples, deals, and his fastball gets the outside corner. Strike 1 called. The only way to improve upon the outing he had on Saturday would be for an immaculate inning. He was that close. 0-1 pitch is buried at the knees for a second strike. He has Giardina at 0-2. 8 innings have gone by. The Barnstormers have retired the leadoff batter every time. No balls and 2 strikes to Giardina. Schumann ready to go. He fires. The fastball is ball 1, just inside. Sal Giardina, switch hitting catcher, digs back in at 1-2. Moya walked Shaw in the 8th inning, the only base runner that Long Island has had to this point against the Barnstormers bullpen. 1-2, Schumann is ready, and a Giardina, swing and a miss, 1 out here in the top half of the 9th inning. Schumann strikes out Giardina, and now it will be another left-handed batter stepping in. Long Island has a very long bench. This is Daniel Fields.
Ducks pitcher Rob Griswold, number 29, Daniel Fields.
1 out, nobody on. Fields, the Atlantic League Player of the Month for July, coming to the plate on the year, hitting .277 with 5 homers, 31 runs batted in. His chore, quite simply, is to get on base and get something started for Long Island. They had runners at 1st and 3rd, 1 out in the 1st inning. Bases loaded in the 4th, 1st and 2nd with 1 out in the 3rd, all against the starter Smith. Schumann to Fields, and that is well inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Two outs left to get for Schumann and the Barnstormers tonight to improve to 7-4 and stay ahead of Southern Maryland in the second half standings by a game. To Fields, here's the 1-0. Ball 2 is inside and low. Schumann off the mark with both offerings thus far to Fields. He was the first man that Scott struck out back on Saturday. That Fields had not faced Granite's the time before. 2 balls and nothing. Outside, and some trouble here at 3-0. Berardi is on deck. Then you turn the lineup over and get the Frias. Schumann goes to work 3-0, and to Fields. It is ball 4 outside. 1 out and 1 on, which moves the tying run into the on-deck circle. Jesse Berardi will come to the plate, 0 for 2 with a walk for him. (3-0) Lancaster, top of the 9th inning, and 2 more outs are still required. 7 walks now given up by Lancaster pitching. Infield set, double play depth. Here's the first pitch to Berardi, a swing and a miss. Schumann went off speed. All 4 pitches to Fields were fastballs, all out of the zone. 0-1 here to Berardi. Schumann comes set, and he delivers low. He's missed with 5 out of 6, and now they have a 1 ball and 1 strike count. Frias on deck, and then another switch hitter in Lombardozzi. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jesse Berardi. Here in the top of the 9th, Schumann deals. That's high, and he is missed with 6 of 7. Something we did not see at all back on Saturday. Berardi now with the advantage in the count at 2-1. Schumann peers over toward Fields at first base. Berardi awaits the 2-1. It's on the way, and ball 3 is low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Schumann made quick work of Giardina to start the inning, and right now is having trouble finding the strike zone. The walk to Fields, the first he had given up since the 27th of July. Berardi awaits the 3-1. That is low, ball 4, and runners are at first and second. Frias will step in as the tying run. Schumann can't find the correct altitude. He's been low, high, low, high.
Vladimir Frias.
And Ross Peoples is going to use his final timeout. Try and settle Schumann down. Frias with a chance to tie things up for the Long Island Ducks. This has come out of nowhere. 4 pitches to strike out Giardina to start the inning. And now back-to-back walks on the next 9 pitches. Frias will step in. He is 1 out of 4 in the ball game. Still 2 outs needed. You've got Frias, you've got Lombardozzi, and you've got the tying run at the plate. A switch hitting shortstop digging in here in the 9th inning. Here's the motion, Schumann to the plate. It's popped up foul. Scott gets ahead at 0-1. He has not been at top velocity in that 97 plus range on any pitch so far in this game. He's topped out at 96-1 to Fields. 1 strike, the count on Vladimir Frias. 2 on with 1 out. Target set, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Schumann is ahead here at 0-2. I don't know what Ross Peoples said, but for a couple of pitches anyway, it's worked like a charm. Frias bats 0-2. Fields off second. Berardi leading from first base. 0-2 is on the way. It's popped up foul. Frias sticking around with 2 strikes in the count. Scoreless inning for Granite's, 1 for Goodson, 1 for Moya. Schumann is in a little bit of trouble here in the 9th. Vladimir Frias with a count of 0-2. Lombardozzi with 10 homers is on deck. 0-2 is on the way. Frias will pull it to first. Up with it is Dugan. A low throw to second, and they don't get anybody. Kelly Dugan was trying to end the game with a double play. Instead, they get no outs whatsoever on the play. And the bases are loaded. Rendon couldn't come up with the low throw. It will be an error. Lombardozzi steps in. He's 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Barnstormers are in some serious trouble in this ninth inning. 2 walks and a throwing error. Fields at third, Berardi at second, Frias is at first. Lombardozzi stands in and bounces the first pitch on the right side. Getting it in the hole is Aleman. Throw to first, and that is just handled. A run scores, but the Barnstormers get the second out. However, a single now by Mazzilli can tie the game. The shutout is broken up on the 26th out. That's an unearned run charged to Schumann as Fields scores, but Berardi is at third and Frias at second. Tying run in scoring position for L.J. Mazzilli, who is 1 for 4. So you have to start to look at the bottom of the ninth. You hope on the Barnstormers side you don't see it, but it's Rondon, Gindel, and Aleman scheduled. 3-1 with 2 outs and 2 in scoring position in the top of the ninth inning. Mazzilli stands in, a base hit can tie it up. Schumann's pitch is ball 1 inside. 1-0. If the Barnstormers had gotten an out on the Frias ground ball, they'd be out of the game with a shutout. 1-0 on Mazzilli is a strike at the knees. The count squares at 1 each. Chris Shaw, the newcomer, a left-handed batter, is on deck. One ball and 2 strikes in a tense moment here in the top half of the ninth inning. Schumann is ready. 1-1 is ball 2. Outside and low. Up the line from third is Berardi. It's Frias' run behind him that matters. 2-1. Ball hit well, left field. Racing back is Clark. Clark leaps up, makes the catch to save the day. Ladarius Clark with a great play in left field, and the Barnstormers hang on through some tough times here in the ninth inning. Trayvon Robinson made a similar play against Mazzilli in the 5th inning. Clark, a leaping grab on the track here in the top of the ninth, and the Barnstormers hold on to win. 1 run, no hits. There was an error. 2 men left on base. The Barnstormers take the opener here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. We'll be back to wrap it up in just a moment. Our final: Lancaster 3 and Long Island 1.
When everyone has a different craving, Wickerman's Meals to Go has it all. All right now, all in one delivery. Pizza with the kids' favorite toppings. A delicious sub made the way you love. Fresh sushi for the whole group, and so much more. It's how busy people get busy eating the meals they love. Order on the Meals to Go app or at mealstogo.com to make everyone happy. Wegmans Meals to Go. All your favorite meals, all in one delivery.
Like craft beers? Then the best place to be in Lancaster is Clipper Magazine Stadium. That's right, celebrate baseball or just a night with your friends at the Broken Bat Deck down the right field line. The Broken Bat features more than 20 local craft breweries plus product from a local winery. Food including Otto's Meatballs is sold off a pub-style menu. So get together, hang out with your friends, or make some new ones. Enjoy a night of craft beer sampling along with a Barnstormers game.
The Barnstormers left fielders rob L.J. Mazzilli twice tonight. The second time, it would have driven in the tying runs. Lancaster survives with a 3-1 victory over the Long Island Ducks here this evening, the lowest scoring 9-inning game in which the Barnstormers have played all season. Lancaster 3 runs, 7 hits with an error and 8 left. Long Island 1 run on 4 hits with 1 error and 11 runners left on base. Zach Smith wins his first game as a professional with 5 shutout innings. He had to dance through some pretty tough spots in those innings that he posted tonight, but he managed each and every time. He is 1-1. The save to Scott Schumann is 13th. Anderson De Leon went 5 1/3 innings for Long Island, and for the most part kept the Barnstormers at bay. He had one bad inning, and that cost him. He goes to 3-2 on the season. The time of our game tonight was 3 hours, and if you give me a second, I'll bring it up exactly, either 17 or 18 minutes, I do believe. 3:17 was the time of the game tonight in front of a crowd of, I thought I read it as 32-14. It's posted as 34-12 here at Clipper Magazine Stadium. The Barnstormers victorious. They take their 3rd out of 4 in this extended 6-game series, home and home, with the Long Island Ducks. The story of the night largely was opportunities that teams did not cash in the first few innings. For the Ducks, they had runners at first and third with 1 out in the opening inning, and Chris Shaw tapped in front of the plate. Anderson De La Rosa made a quick strike to the second base bag. They turned it into a double play, 2-6-3. That one by the boards. The Barnstormers left the bases loaded in the first inning. The Ducks had runners at first and second with 1 out in the third and did not score. And then the Barnstormers went to work in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Caleb Gindel doubled off the vinyl in left center field starting the inning. He went to third on Blake Alleman's fly out and scored on Blake Galen's ground out as the Barnstormers went up 1-0. Following that, Alejandro De doubled into right center field. He scored on a single to right by Trayvon Robinson. Robinson then stole second, and he came home with the 3rd Barnstormers run of the night as Kelly Dugan doubled into the left field corner. The Barnstormers were up 3-0. The rest of the night, they managed just a triple for Caleb Gindel with 2 outs in the 4th inning and a single left center by Clea Luis Rendon in the 6th. Nothing accomplished against the Long Island bullpen. The threesome of Granitz, Goodson, and Moya completely shut down Long Island in innings 6, 7, and 8. And Scott Schumann started off the 9th, striking out Sal Giardina. But then he walked Daniel Fields on 4 pitches and Jesse Berardi on 5, bringing the tying run to the plate. Vladimir Frias hit a sharp ground ball to Kelly Dugan, trying to get an out at second base and perhaps a quick end of the ball game, but that throw was low. Rendon couldn't handle it. The bases were loaded then with nobody out. Steve Lombardozzi hit a ground ball toward the hole on the right side. Alleman cheating that way, turned it into the 2nd out of the inning as the lone Long Island run scored. L.J. Mazzilli stepped in against Schumann and drove a ball deep to left field. Ladarius Clark racing after it, able to make the catch for the final out of the ball game with a bit of a leap on the track. The Barnstormers hanging on for the 3-1 win tonight. Lancaster back to 3 games over 500. In the second half, it's 7-4, and on the season at 37-34. The Barnstormers needed the win tonight to maintain sole possession of first place in the North, as Southern Maryland also won. The Blue Crabs victorious 7-3 over the York Revolution tonight. Darrell Thompson with the win over one-time Duck Joendry Herrera, and Andres Briseño with the save, his 2nd of the year. West Virginia trailing Gastonia again. It's 13-11 in favor of the Honey Hunters. They are just in the bottom half of the 6th inning, and High Point has tripped up Lexington by a 4-1 margin. In the North in the second half, it is now Lancaster at 7-4, Southern Maryland at 6-5, Long Island is 2.5 back at 5-7, and York is 4 out with a record of 3-8. High Point now on a 5-game winning streak. The Rockers are 7-5 in the second half. If Gastonia wins tonight, they will lead by a game at 7-4, otherwise falling back into a tie, and West Virginia would be in that tie as well. Again, they're in the bottom of the 6th tonight in a slugfest at Caramount Health Park. Gastonia leading West Virginia 13-11. Lexington 4-6 is at the bottom in the second half after winning the first half of the schedule. So everybody still in the fight for a playoff spot in the Atlantic League. The Barnstormers right now with a step up in the second half, and they find themselves in a tie with Southern Maryland, and High Point actually is now a half game up on both of those clubs in the chase for a wild card berth. Plenty of action still to go. The Barnstormers having a pretty good start to this second half. They win it tonight 3-1 despite a scare at the end. Game 2 of this series coming up tomorrow night if the remnants of Tropical Storm Fred allow it to happen. The bulk of that is going to go to our west. We could get some rain mostly during the day tomorrow, but certainly hope to get Game 2 of this series in tomorrow night. Dalton Oates, a newcomer, another arrival for the Ducks out of the MLB Draft League. He'll match up against Augie Silk, as both clubs will bring a left-hander to the mound for tomorrow night's game. Join us on the YouTube channel at 6:25 tomorrow night or at the ballpark on Wiener Wednesday as the Barnstormers once again entertain the Long Island Ducks. That will do it for this evening. Now thanking our video producer Ryan Cortazzo, all the cast and crew at Clipper Magazine Stadium, and our presenting sponsor, Gockenauer Appliances of East Petersburg. I'm Dave Collins. Have a great evening, everyone. And tomorrow night, we'll see you at the ballpark.